And
Yo,
then
Like,
he destroyed
What the fuck am
boss
I
that we
supposed
were
to do? Like throw a book
incapable of
at it?
killing.
hello.
hey Vosh, how you doing?
Oh
Hello,
shit!
stream.
Hey Bosh.
What's up, everybody?
Are we hyped to explore the intricate world that I have crafted for everyone?
I'm
Yeah.
hyped for this tiefling to explore Xander's anus, to be honest with
Nice!
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Potentially.
Did you not
Potentially.
warn us again?
No, I did. What? I did it out
He-
everyone.
You had to look
He
at the
did
chat.
warn us. He warned us. by
Oh,
30
you
seconds.
fuck!
I
Like I'm
literally
looking at
pinged
the
all
Discord. Oh, okay, okay, okay,
of you.
okay.
Okay, dude.
Well,
Okay.
I'm hypersing in real life.
We can see now. The cam's on.
So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you're not.
Look at that.
Well,
You're
he
a
was
liar in
briefly.
real life. Oh.
True.
Are we ready for me to bring us back? By the way, I just want to say, and really quickly, we can pull chat. Recently, chat, it was suggested to me, and by recently I mean a week ago, I'm sorry, to have another UI screen that we can have when we're not doing
My
combat-based
suggestion, by the
stuff.
way.
So, right. So all the cameras can be really big so we can see everyone's faces up close during non-combat encounters. I think that's a reasonable thing to do and say. Right?
I vote
Sounds like
no.
a good idea. Wait, what? Why?
The cams on this one in particular, compared to other D&D streams that I've watched, are really small.
Okay, Bosh, I feel like you're
And I mean,
zoomed
I
in
don't
on
have
my
good
shit.
content. I only look good, so I need to, be up there.
Why
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
like
That's
my
my
face
motivation.
like crap, dog?
There we go.
Like Bosh, like zoom, like yeah.
I fixed it.
Oh, thanks.
No problem.
Talk.
There
I
we
love
go.
it.
Okay, there we go. We're back. We're back to a normal
Right.
size. Okay, let me catch everyone up. What have we been up to? That is a question posed at myself. As we last left our 5 intrepid heroes, Kazooie, Hen, Xanderhal, Exilia, and Huai Vuitton. The 5 of them were tasked with uncovering the secrets of the town of Mordhill, a small mining town that was some time ago beset by a supernatural plague. They have since uncovered a variety of, one might not say suspects, informational tidbits that might be useful to future conundrums. But thus far, many questions remain unanswered. Some of the answers seem to lie hidden within the caves beneath Mordhill, but they are being guarded at this moment. In this particular instance, by an enormous tiefling who has accompanied the mayor as his bodyguard. The mayor, after incurring something of an insult at the hands of Xanderhal, who is trying to get his dick wet, has now sicked the enormous 8.5 foot tall tiefling on the party, with the, it seems, apparent exception of Kazooie, who is
What's
chilling by a stairway banister. With that, I now go to the 5 party members. We have, of course, in the top left, Conyer, CC, foreign policy cover and Newsweek channel extraordinaire playing a bird. We have, to his right, Hen, my girlfriend, large hair haver, and player of snake lady person with spooky doctor mask. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
We didn't ask for your life story. Xanderhal,
Thanks.
to the right, being played by the one, the only, Pig Puncher. Pig Puncher, you are now in a different location. Did you move your camera setup?
I just moved it a little bit because I have better lighting and I have background stuff here so people feel like they're in the room with me. Got to keep that audience retention.
Yeah, gotcha. Nice. I think it looks good. And over to the right, Exilia, being played by the phenomenal, the animal and plant loving, is literally a druid in the game but on real life, Cyber Witch Lexi. How you doing?
What's up? How's it going?
Nice. And finally, as I said every time before, but must continue to restate because it is overwhelmingly important to me, the cyber hacker architect of the virtual world, the Leet Haxor, who travels the internet tubes to deliver to all of us the information brought to you by Vosh.gg, and also player of the mysterious Y Paladin extraordinaire, White Nervosa. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Nice! All right, everyone, except for Kazooie, roll initiative. Click on your character tokens and roll that shit. There's no
What the
time to
fuck?
lose. And by roll that shit, I mean do it right now because I only just now cleared the turn list.
We can't see our character tokens.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
because I haven't moved the player site to the combat arena. Hello.
There you go. Oh, that's a big boy.
What the-
Oh.
I
Why
can't
does he-
click mine.
Why does he have a butt chin?
He is a voluminous man. I could
I
okay.
can't click mine.
He looks like Hellboy's autistic
Make sure you
cousin.
have the top left tool selected.
Whoa.
Pig, whoa, why are we starting this stream off problematic?
Hey, I
Autism
can't
doesn't
click
make you
mine.
look like anything, Pig.
I can't click mine either, just by the way.
Alrighty, the party splits.
Please, I just want to click my token.
Also-
That's
Click on
what
it.
Also, just so you know, Hyena, you're currently using the wrong microphone. Discord is using your laptop mic, not the Silver Yeti, which is why you sound like absolute dog shit. Now, everyone, initiative orders. Let's go.
I can't.
I can't click on
can't
my
hit
token.
my-
Click my
nobody
token.
can.
I keep saying it.
Why?
Nobody can click on the token.
Did I throw them in on the wrong layer? I threw them in on the map layer. 1 second.
Okay, I plugged my mic back in for some reason. It unplugged itself.
There you go. Now you sound
Nice.
good. Okay, let me
You sound
let me
better.
bring everyone out there. Just don't worry about it. Just real quick, like just gonna slide people on out back to where I think they probably were the last time they were.
You'd love to see it.
You love to see it. That's kind of more or less where people were, I think. Now select your character tokens.
All right.
Oh shit.
May I ask where Mayor Gold Guy, the Kenku, is at this point in time?
Yes, you certainly may.
Can I not? Can I not? Can I not?
What'd you get?
Damn.
Cringe. Oof. That is an excellent question. The
Oh,
mayor.
we can't see roll 20 on the. Okay.
The mayor is actually just out of sight. The doors right here and right here lead down to the first 4 hallways that have the adjacent offices and such. He is currently in one of those hallways, perhaps here, beneath the stairway banister, leaning against the wall, watching expectantly.
So he can see everyone and we can see him? Question mark?
Yes, he is presently exposed. Likewise, the other 2 bodyguards of of the mayor, the brother and sister, have stepped over to the corners of the room here and here, respectively. I can put character tokens in subbing for them. Oh god, I wish I had more free time. Oh god, DMing is hard.
You could do another art stream.
You had plenty of time to do it today, and you watched She-Ra, so don't.
You
don't fucking-
kept bothering me. Also, don't it?
Oh yeah, me?
She-Ra is more of a children's show than most of the children's show we watch. Okay, don't say that in public. It's very embarrassing.
Ah, okay.
To be fair, because She-Ra is such a LGBT inclusive show, it's almost like research.
That's
for
true.
streaming,
We're just learning what lesbians act like. All right.
Yeah.
The enormous tiefling, with a dramatic flourish of his equally enormous arm, reaches up to the clasps that keep his plate armor together and unclasps them. The leather belt slides through the metal buckle, and the plate armor, or at least its upper half, his legs are still quite armored, clatters to the ground. His axe is still buried in the wood of the floor adjacent to the doorway. He cracks his knuckles menacingly and says, "All right, so let's do this then." And with
Rocky
that,
Balboa.
That's what it sounds like now. I
Exilia,
want to. Well, really quick before we fight, I want to say, "Yar, we're gonna cut you up like a Thanksgiving turkey."
he smiles.
They have Thanksgiving.
He says, "What the fuck's Thanksgiving?"
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
fuck is Thanksgiving?
Yar, you wouldn't get it.
You got a peculiar sensibility when it comes to insults. Ain't nobody heard of Thanksgiving around these
What is
parts.
this accent?
Exilia, you're up.
All right. So, for the first thing I want to do is I want to reach my hands out and I want to cast Spider Climb onto Xanderhal.
Oh shit.
I don't know what that does.
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving its hands free. The target also gains a climbing speed equal to its walking speed. Essentially, you can walk up walls and across ceilings on your feet while leaving your hands free.
Pog, I will definitely use that. Thank you, Exilia. I really appreciate it.
And that's the only action I can do, right?
Unless you have bonus action, and
Right.
you can also move if you would like to.
Right. And then other than that,
Or
I think I'm just-
interact with objects.
Or interact with an object.
True. I think I'm just gonna move over here, and I think that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Xanderhall, you're up. And Spider E, I suppose.
Fuck yeah. So I have the ability to use a sneak attack here, right? Because pretty sure.
Orthus has not yet attacked, which means that, you get sneak attack.
Poggers. All right, just gonna go ahead and just use my standard attacks, my short sword.
Whew! All right. Are these with the sneak attack bonus as well? Oh, is this...
The sneak. Oh yeah, the sneak attack is only you only add the sneak attack to the one that's the highest damage to begin with.
Gotcha, okay, I see. So the sneak attack damage is up here in the middle, and then it's the regular damage down below. What the fuck is this dude's AC? Can I open it without showing stream? The secret? There we go. We're hiding it from the stream. I only have so many monitors. What's the AC? What's the AC? You hit! You hit on both counts. All right, you run forward to swipe at this enormous fucking man. You manage to do with the first strike, the short sword, 10 piercing damage, 7 plus the 3 sneak attack, and with the second 4 piercing damage for a total of 14 to this behemoth's enormous, fleshy mountain of a body.
Poggers. Can I tell how much that hurt him or nah?
The blades that you drew cut through flesh. He's bleeding now through the cloth.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. You successfully you've made problems in and on his body.
Awesome. We're carving him up. I told you guys.
He turns towards it's his turn now. He turns towards you, Pick Puncher, and he says, "Oh, yeah, that kind of hurt. All right, I guess I should start with you then." And then he lunges at you and attempts to punch you in the fucking face twice. Oh, the first one is actually a critical miss. He swings around. In fact, fucking critical miss. This fucking guy, he swings around towards you and actually manages to cast his bare fist on the blade of your sword, which you have just retracted from stabbing him. I'm gonna say he actually takes like 4 slashing damage just from punching the fucking blade of your sword. The second hit, however, is a 23, which I think is definitely going to connect. And he hits you for 14 bludgeoning damage.
Damn.
You get absolutely fucking decked. It's like getting hit with a sledgehammer. This dude's fist is like the size, like fucking around as your rippling torso, your washboard abs, and much as abdominal muscles bristle from your abdomen, so too do knuckles bristle from the edge of his fist. You collide with his brick fist, and whoo boy, that shit hurts. And then he turns towards you, Hen, and he says, "And you go away too." And he attempts to grapple you. Roll a strength check against his strength.
While you're rolling, I
Mhm.
want to say check DMs whenever you have a chance, Vosh and White Nervosa. I have some spicy memes in there for you.
Will do.
Anyway, carry on.
So just
Me,
a
DM
strength,
me.
just straight strength, not save.
Or group DM.
Yeah, just strength, not a strength save. Kanye, you can't say the N-word just because it's in DMs. Also, wait,
Good
wait a second. This is really funny. Wait, I can use
Thank you.
this.
We just need somebody to animate it, and then you're good to go.
That is actually a pretty good meme.
You with a 9 to a 21, you absolutely come out on the wrong end of that strength check. He grabs you, I think, by the neck with one of his hands, which is in its own very much sufficient to grapple you with this guy's meaty hands, and then he throws you backwards. He can throw up to 30 feet. The distance
Cool.
between you and the drawer at the back of the room is 20 feet. He
I love
tosses you, you knock back here, and you take 1d6 damage for every 5 feet that you moved, which was in this instance 15, to hit your head rather sharply on the wooden drawer behind him. So you take 3d6 bludgeoning damage. Ooh, a hefty fucking 13. He fucking grabs you
Cool.
by the throat and yeets you straight backwards. You just fly back and hit the back of your head on the wooden cupboard. Hard enough, by the way, like against one of the fucking drawer knobs to splinter the wood of the cabinet you hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't you only have like 13 health?
No, I'm good. I'm pretty
Okay.
tanky.
Okay, making sure.
That's the conclusion of his turn. Why? You're up.
All right, so super interesting. I'm going to cast aid. Oh, wrong. Okay, on everybody, but my bird friend.
Well, fair, because he's not in combat.
It was
You're-
13, right?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, you
Yes,
took
13.
13 damage.
Your spell
It's also only
bolsters
3
your
people.
allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration. Effectively a 15-point heal. Phenomenal for this level.
Nice. So plus 13 health?
Plus, no, 13 damage to Hen. All of you get plus 5 health and plus 5 maximum health. You've been given a
Ooh.
beef.
How
a
long
beefy
does that
boost.
last?
Like, I think like an hour? Like, it's a good long time, I think.
Nice. So now my max health is 39. Cool.
All right. Why do you wish to move?
No.
Me? Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Hen, with the roll of 1, you are up.
Okay. I think I'm going to channel divinity, and does he still have Pig Puncher? Pig Puncher's in front of him, right?
Yeah,
Or
Pig Puncher's
Xander's-
right in front of
Xander's
him.
in front of him. I'm going to cast Radiant Defense on him.
Gotcha. Which does...
There. It's in
Starting
chat.
at the 2nd level, you can use your channel divinity to cloak your allies in radiant armor. As an action, you channel blessed energy into an ally that you can see within 30 feet of you. The first time that ally is hit by an attack within the next minute, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to 2d10 plus your cleric level. Nice.
Holy shit.
So yeah, she'll probably quietly hiss like, let him hit you. Yeah.
All right. And I wink back. I'm like, all right.
Hen giggling. Hey, let him get you.
I don't think yeah, she's like, let him punch you. Trust me.
Throwing a bunch of
punch you.
thumbtacks covered in glue at Xanderhall. Here, now if he punches you, he'll hurt himself.
That'll work.
With that, the turn order resets between the turns. Actually, someone not listed on the turn order takes a turn,
What's up?
and that person is the mayor. The mayor's leaning against one of the interior hallways right here. He can see everything that's going on. He watches you a brawl. The mayor says, Arakakra, you're not going to
Hello.
help your friends?
I slowly walk over with no intention to do any kind of harm to him. He's like right next to here.
Oh yeah,
Or-
thereabouts. You'd be like leaning kind of against the. He's like underneath where the stairwell would be, so you're like right next to him, basically.
Okay. I haven't gotten a chance to properly introduce myself. My name is Kazooie. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance as well. You seem
To
of
answer,
the refined sort, more so than your friends, at least.
Wow.
yes. To answer your previous question, I would normally like to help them, but I also don't agree with Xander's conduct during our recent conversation.
So rude.
So I figure if just him, perhaps, and maybe Hen as well, because she did gesture quite threateningly at your bodyguard. I personally have no quarrel with you, anybody that works for you as well. I'm just here in response to that flyer that went out. Nothing more.
He brustles his one of his wings. He's Kenku, of course. Kenku are traditionally shiny, lustrous black. That's pretty much all of them. They're actually quite difficult to tell apart, which is one of the features of the curse they were inflicted by a god so long ago, the origins of their species. They lack creativity. They lack individual distinction. You, on the other hand, Kazooie, are, I think it's fair to say, beautiful and brilliant, and quite fashionable. He rustles one of his wings and says, "You've done remarkably well with your coat. Do you use any product, or is it just like that?"
Oh, he's asking for what? I'm sorry.
Product,
feathers?
like that you use for your feathers.
Oh no, just your usual, very diligent preening, all that of the sort. Occasionally, I'll take a bath.
Ah, do you want to watch with me?
Of course, I'll sit right here with you.
He
Can
makes.
I hear this exchange going down from where I am?
You're probably fighting pretty hard. I'd say no.
Yeah, I'm not
actually,
talking too loud either.
yeah.
Okay.
He makes a pleased clucking noise and leans, kind of like shuffles over a little. He's like short and wide, you know, like a crow. So he makes room in the hallway for you to just sort of chill with him, which I think we could visually represent if you were to like be there, for example.
Sure.
With that, the turn order resets. Exilia, hit it up.
All right, I'm gonna move towards this behemoth here and cast Thorn Whip.
Get him. What is the 1d6 indicating?
That would be the oh shit, the damage. Fuck, I thought that would be
Oh.
there. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Well, that would end up being a d20 plus a given modifier, but I mean, the modifier wouldn't change the nat 20, so you're critting. Go for it.
So I wanna take my Thorn Whip and wrap it around its neck.
Oh shit. Hold on. Let me give the Thorn Whip description, if I may.
Implying he has a neck.
Yeah, his large underhead. You know how it be.
It's just meat.
It's
Thorn
like
Whip.
Jocko, where the side of his head just
Yeah,
transfers.
this is
to his
Demon
neck.
Jocko.
You
Yeah.
That's who we're
create
fighting.
a long vine-like whip covered in thorns that lashes out at your command towards a creature in range. Make a melee spell attack against the target. If the attack hits, which it did, nat 20, the creature takes 1d6 piercing damage, and if the creature is large or smaller, he's large, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you. So you get to roll 2d6 piercing damage towards him, and you get to yoink him closer to yourself if you choose to do so.
I'm not gonna yonk him too hard. We're pretty close to each other, but
On.
Do you want to use the d6 rolls you already threw out there?
yeah, sure, why not? That works.
Yeah, you essentially did the spell just out of order.
Yeah, I fucked it up.
You wrap the viney thorns around his neck. You see his throat bulging with a simultaneous and perhaps perplexing union of muscle and fat. Strain against the thorns, blood beginning to trickle down where the thorn and meat, and you yank, dealing a pretty fucking voracious 11 points of piercing damage towards him, magical, as you flay essentially the circumference of his neck and leave a Jesus crown of thorns ring around from which blood pours profusely. It looks extremely painful, and he asserts that pain. And for a moment, you actually have trouble like yanking the whip off of him because he flexes his neck to try and get you off of it, and it catches the vine whip even tighter than it was when you originally yoinked it around. But you eventually manage to get it off, and he does not look particularly happy about his throat. Let me tell you.
Hell yeah. Get fucked, dude.
I kind of feel bad for it at this point. We're kind of kicking its ass already. He may have given me a good sucker punch to the gut that knocked the wind out of me, but like he's gonna be scarred for life.
A
He
good
threw hyena
survive this
across
shit.
the room.
Literally fighting him with weapons when he took off all of his armor and dropped his weapon.
All right.
Wait, yeah, you think we're gonna fist fight this fucker? No.
I mean, I figured you might have had the balls to do it, but I
Yeah,
guess
where's
not.
where's the
Damn.
honor? He set his weapons down.
Wait,
Where's the honor? Says
If I
the
did
bird in the
that,
back.
I would
Well, I'm
literally
sorry.
see a puddle of goop and blood and maybe a pair of balls in the ground if I actually tried to fist fight this fucker. No.
Well,
Speaking
you're
of,
you're sitting in the back of the room, hanging out with the mayor, this little fucking bitch boy of a mayor, okay? This bird, you two evil reptile bird fuckers, and you're betraying the party.
this is
You're a class
racism. It is your turn, Xander Hall. Speaking of,
now perhaps when I talk to him, I'll actually have more. I'll have a
Okay.
better time actually getting information that'll be useful instead of just getting my ass kicked by one of his bodyguards.
All right, get some info from him, okay? All right, I should still be able to sneak attack. I'm pretty sure basically every attack I do is a sneak attack. It doesn't just have to be.
what are the
um,
other conditions for sneak attack?
Fuck, what was it? Chad messaged me about
Don't
it.
you get it like literally all the time? It's like on one for
Yeah,
you.
it's literally all the time. I'm
Lem-
pretty sure.
Yeah,
just like every
D&D
attack I can do
rogue
sneak attack.
Swashbuckler.
Don't forget you can still like walk on the walls and ceiling and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to get punched so he does the damage.
Yeah, I got thorns.
You gain an additional way to use your sneak attack. You don't need advantage on the attack roll. You just need to be within 5 feet of it, and no other creatures are within 5 feet of you, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. Okay, so no other creatures except him can be within 5 feet of you. You'd have to move away from Y to benefit from sneak attack here. Because you're a
Yeah.
swashbuckler.
Okay, so-
You're like a one-on-one duelist.
Okay, so sneak attack is like, or 5 feet would just be one box, right?
Yeah.
You could move and still be able to do it right now,
So it's,
unless
like,
he's
move right
grappled
here.
you.
Yep,
I
you're
he
good to
hasn't
go.
grappled me.
And you
Alright,
haven't
nice.
left his melee attack range, so he can't attack of opportunity you.
Cool.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, the first one hits just barely. The second sword sword hit. These are high damage rolls. Jesus Christ. The second sword sword hit does not manage to go through, but the first one unquestionably does. He just managed to pull off the vine whip that had been coiled around his throat, and he lunges over to try and take a hit at you. But he's slow. I mean, God, is he slow? And you're able to run him through with one of your short swords. You don't come even close to hitting a functional organ, but you fucking leave a solid ass hole in him. 15 damage, 8 piercing plus 7 sneak. Ransacked on this fucking guy. 44 points of damage taken total. He's starting to look, he's starting to look a little out of it. He's looking a little hot under the gills, let me tell you. Got any more
Fucking
for your
hell.
turn?
Fuck. I don't really have anything else I would be able to do. Nah,
All right.
I'm gonna pass.
Orthus, it's Orthus's turn now.
Before he takes his turn, I'd
Mhm.
like to turn to the mayor and be like,
Mhm.
I bet you, I don't have a whole lot to bet, I'm just kind of here, but I would like to have a friendly wager, just for fun, that your bodyguard will land a clean hit on Xander right in the chest.
Well, Orthus is quite an accomplished brawler. So I think that's actually rather fair bet. Oh wait, are you for this or against?
For.
Oh,
Personally, I'd actually like to see it.
too easy, too easy. I say, well, I'll take the bet that he'll get 2 hits on Xander Hall and himself then manage to down the snake, and that's my bet.
In a single go?
2.
2? Okay. Well, that's
What-
considerably more complicated than what I had in mind.
I'll
I'll
not.
just add that he'll get hit. Through some stroke of luck, perhaps they may actually be able to have a good response to it, let's say.
Vague, but sure. He holds out one of his claws.
I don't know what the custom is for me personally, but Kazooie probably would know. What does he mean by holding out a claw?
It means a handshake, Kazooie.
A handshake? Sure. Go ahead.
Nice, you nail it.
Well, you said a claw, like not the whole entire.
With his claw.
Set of
Okay,
claws.
sorry, his talons.
I figured just like a little fucking.
Okay,
finger.
yeah, okay. He holds out the. Yeah, all right. Sorry, his talons. My apologies. With that said, it's Orthus's turn. Orthus is coming for you. Is coming for you, Xanderhal. 2 more hits at that. Oh my God! Another critical failure, but also another hit because he's very
he takes
strong.
that sweet radiant damage.
Okay. Xanderhal, the second it will just resolve this in a better order. He lands the first hit on you. It is like being hit with a fucking, you don't even know what this is, a fucking train. Just barrels on in through, decks you right in the chest. What armor are you wearing, by the way?
My armor class is 15. It's leather armor, but I also have that radiant armor that Hyena cast on me.
Which will absolutely resolve momentarily. He fucking cracks you. I mean, you feel ribs fucking go when this dude gives you a wallop. 14 bludgeoning damage to your person. Remember, you did get the additional 5 from Huai's aid. And then he is hit with the radiant defense. Hen, roll 2d10 plus 4, your cleric level.
You want me to roll it?
Yeah, it's your damage.
It's whole ceases damage, but all right.
That's true. It is God's damage, true. And I am God in this campaign, in the performative sense, but go. Cross my fingers. I'm rooting for the players. Holy shit!
Woo!
Oh, that was 2d12 plus 4.
What was it? 2d10?
2d10. Oh.
I'll reroll.
You're gonna get like 6 now. My fingers are crossed for you. I'm hoping 14 or higher. Ah! Lower, but still a hefty fucking hit.
Still fine.
No, still a hefty hit. Orthus fucking rears in and decks you, cracks quite a few ribs Xanderhal, but the blowback hurts just as much. A radiant aura of light coalesces around the point of contact between you and Orthus's fist, and a shockwave of radiant light blasts back, blasting his hand, flaying the skin from his knuckles, and quite visibly breaking his right forearm. He is so shocked by this that he stumbles as he tries to rear over and deck you with his left hand, and ends up slamming his elbow against the wall of the manor, driving it through the wood and impaling his own back elbow on nails that have been driven through the rebar. And he incurs 4 piercing damage from sticking himself 2.5 inches through with a long rusty nail. Whew! So that's a total of 12 damage radiant plus 4 damage piercing. Whew! He is.
I was also trying to see with the radiant damage, so he doesn't take any extra damage on account of being like a fiend or something, right?
No. He is. He is affected by it as one would be.
Okay, so he's just probably a tiefling.
Yes, but he might get a few years from now tetanus damage. So there is that.
Yes,
sort of
yeah.
the long con, you know.
See if he survives.
Yeah. Orthus. Oh, gee. Oh, boss, I don't know. Oh, I'm feeling like I should have kept using the axe, but that's not how you teach people manners. He has one more attack that he can use in accordance with his multi-attack, and he's going to lunge out at at you, Exilia. He's going to take a shot. That's a 25 to hit.
Oh,
Jesus.
fuck.
That's a hefty fucking
He
hit.
literally has plus 13 to hit with these fucking. It's nuts.
They're strength rolls, and that's what he's
Yeah.
got. Oh, pretty low roll though. 8 bludgeoning damage to you, Exilia. He rears the fuck in, and he gets you right in the fucking gut. I'd say maybe 1 rib breaks. You feel like 1 rib go? I'd say that's a really reasonable number of ribs. You know?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, reasonable.
Yeah. With that, why? Your turn's up.
What? Oh, okay. Up is in. Okay, ready to go. Got it.
No,
Okay.
no, I meant your turn's over. Hen,
Yeah,
you're
I
up.
know.
Why? Go
No.
for it. No, wait.
Okay, so wait, what?
No, please feel free to go.
I'm gonna sanctuary
Wait, actually,
my boy.
before you.
I'm gonna sanctuary my boy Exilia.
What does that do?
Or not Exilia. Fuck.
Xanderhal?
Yeah.
Let me see. You ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature must make an attack with an attack or a harmful spell, must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. This spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects. If the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy creature, this spell ends.
Okay, so basically what happens is if this fucker wants to attack me again, he has to roll wisdom saving. If he doesn't get it, he can't attack me. He has to switch to somebody else.
Yes, but it ends if
Okay,
you
cool.
attack him.
Okay.
Meaning save your turn until after he hits.
All right. So is that it?
That depends on why.
And then I'm gonna move Raimya.
Hell yeah. All right, with that, Hen, your turn begins now. How you feeling back there?
I mean, I got those extra five points.
Feeling a
so
little better.
I'm chilling.
We're big chillin'.
I think I'm gonna inflict wounds. I'm just gonna lunge forward and try to touch him.
Okay, go for it.
She's gonna give him cooties.
To those asking in chat, by the way, most everything I do in my campaigns is homebrewed. I've done a lot of D&D stuff over time, so I have a decent eye for balance. So I feel comfortable deviating without like fucking things up completely. But yeah, most of the stuff that I do is homebrew, so there aren't going to be like stat sheets out there to compare to. All right.
15 hits, right?
That is an excellent question. The answer is yes. Yes, it does. Holy shit.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Necrotic.
You run forward. You're going to have to move your character if you want to run forward and do
yeah.
that. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
She gave him the cheese touch.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
Sorry, the computer's being like weirdly laggy with the touchpad.
Touchpad. Oh, right. All right, you run forward and touch this guy on his exposed gut through one of the now probably numerous holes in his tunic left by Xanderhal's blade. And the moment you do, two things happen. One, there is a flash of light as veins of black and green start to ripple across his flesh, decaying into necrosis almost instantly. You inflict 14 points of necrotic damage and condemn some 60 pounds of meat to immediate death of just internal failure. Cells die. Mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, hang up their boxing gloves and lay to rest. You well and truly blight that portion of his body. You also notice something interesting. This tiefling you're currently fighting, at least from what you can see up close, doesn't have the plague. You just, I mean, you just gave him an infliction, but he didn't have. He didn't have the plague.
On that note, from our
know.
previous conversation with the mayor, did we discover that he had it or no?
He does. Yeah, his beak is cracked, and
he's like discolored,
like gray feathers falling out. He looks pretty worse for wear. Maybe better than a lot of the humans do, though. But it's hard to tell if that's because he's in good health or because his feathers cover up the worst of the infection. All right, he takes a fat fucking 14 there. With that, Zilia, it's back up to you at the top of the turn order, unless Kazooie, end of the turn round. Are you interested in talking anymore, or are you? Just,
I'll be talking to him.
Yeah, hit it up.
Like, oh, so we have one more go around, it seems, before our little friendly wager is over. But I would like to ask you, so do you? I can kind of see, no disrespect, that you have been afflicted by the plague. I believe they were talking to you about that earlier. Is there? What exactly have you been doing to keep yourself looking as well as you do.
I was one of the first. Actually, I came at first from the mines. There are no miners left in Mordhill. They're all dead because they caught it first. But I, as requisitioner of the mines, also traveled down there, and I got it first. But there are... He gestures vaguely with his claws. There are some ameliorating deals that there are to be made with certain forces that be, certain creatures responsible, and such and such.
Okay, and we did I heard that for whatever reason, whoever leaves this place does not fare very well if they were originally from here. Do you know a whole lot about that? Will I be okay if I'm to leave?
Not if the Empire gets to you. No, they'll kill you. Quarantine.
Even for an outsider?
Hmm?
Even for someone from the outside?
They don't know. The plague only affects town's residents. They didn't believe it. They left before we figured it out. So they think anyone who leaves carries it. But no, just us. Just the town.
I see. And I would like to get back to watching this fight, because it has been very entertaining. For one, I have to say, I did expect Xander to be a little bit more manly and not draw his weapons against your very gracious bodyguard for dropping all of his weapons and armor, but, you know, to each their own, I suppose.
Disgraceful?
Absolutely, that's what I thought. But secondly, I was curious, is there anything that I personally can do for you to help you and the people who are still alive in your town?
He
After all, that is what I came here for.
He leans in a little bit and speaks to you a little more quietly than he did before. And he says, I used to have plans, ideas, but he taps his head with one long, raked claw. I feel it going every day. Less and less makes sense. Memories die. My plans are gone now. Just have feelings now. Like, protect the mines. Protect the dealers. When I sent for people, I thought they'd be stronger. I thought heroes. I'm really only trying to protect you, you know? Vermin, you're ticket tapping.
No, I'm not.
Oh, who was typing?
Oh, that was probably me, sorry.
Oh, okay, no worries. That's okay. You were the one engaging in the RP. That's canonical.
Yeah.
That's the sound of you preening your feathers while listening to the mayor.
And typing it all into my brain.
I'm going to cut quickly back to the... Actually, for narrative person, I'm going to cut quickly back to the combat. Exilia, it is now your turn. How the fuck are you doing?
You know what? My rib hurts, but we're gonna keep going.
Positive attitude.
I'm gonna cast this word that I don't know how to pronounce. Shit, I you know what? I tried last time. Yeah,
Shillelagh.
that one.
The wood of a club or quarterstaff you're holding is imbued with natured power. For the duration, you can use your spellcasting ability instead of strength for the attack, and damage rolls of melee attacks using that weapon, and the weapon's damage die becomes a d8. The weapon also becomes magical if it isn't already. The spell ends if you cast it again or if you let go of the weapon. Hit it!
Hell yeah. All right, so I'm going to take my quarterstaff in both hands and, just go whacking. Hopefully aiming for, something high, but he's kind of a big dude. We'll see.
Go for it. You have advantage. Xander Hall is on the opposite of the character hex from Orthus. And
That's a Padlin.
And advantage was useful because with advantage you are able to get the 14 hit. The damage roll 1d8 plus 2 wisdom. All right. perhaps modest, but nonetheless humiliating 5 as you, the druid, run forward and slam with all your might a giant wooden club onto the head of the tiefling. It sparkles. Do you shout anything while you do it?
Just a nice long ah.
Walk. You give him a fucking concussion. I mean, I don't know if you can even with like a two-handed weapon, I don't know if you can actually reach the top of his head. He's like really big. I think you just get him in the face. I think you just wallop him like directly in the face and like break his nose as you hit him with the club, taking him to a total of 79 points of damage received. Jesus Christ. Do you have anything more you'd like to do with your turn?
Nah, I think that's it.
Gotcha. All right. With that up next, Xanderhal, it's your turn.
All right, so so I forget what it was called, but I had something. I was enchanted with something that made it so that the guy would have to roll wisdom saving to determine whether or not they can hit me.
Mhm.
So should I just like, if I want that to take hold, should I just like pass my turn? Because if I hit them, then it cancels, right?
Yes, if you make an attack against against a creature, then that effect ends. I can clarify with the spell wording directly. No, that's aid, radiant defense, sanctuary. If the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy creature, the spell ends. Yes, correct. If you make an attack, then that ability ends.
All right, so just pass my turn.
You wouldn't pass it. You can hold your turn until a later time.
Oh, I'll hold my turn to see if he attacks.
Gotcha. Okay, it is now Orthus's turn. Orthus doesn't know shit about magic, so that's not much of a chance then at him figuring this out. All right, he's going to actually he's going to fucking talk first. He says, he like bends down a little bit and puts one hand on his kneecap, you know, just. I feel like I'm getting taught some manners here. Hey, boss! To which the mayor says, annoyed, What? And Orthus responds, when you said teach him some manners, did you mean like kill him? I could use my axe, or did you? Do I let them kill me? To which the mayor says, "What? You're not allowed to kill them, and if they kill you, you'll come back." Just he like with both hands up, like makes a like what do you want gesture, you know? Twitch Orthus.
Can I speak up?
You can, yeah.
I'll say, because I'm close to him, I'll kind of lean in and say, if you stop, I'll heal you at least a bit. We understood the punishment, but at this point, I believe that we'll kill you. And if you don't want that, then you can stop. But if not, I have no problem bringing the full wrath of my God upon you.
Roll intimidate.
Not very high.
No. He says, you're very nice, but I got, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
I'll shrug and then say, I warned you.
He gets back up and sort of like rolls his shoulders a little bit before getting on with his turn. He throws out a fucking punch at you, Xanderhal.
All right, he's got to roll wisdom saving.
Yep. Does a 16 hit on its own?
Yeah, should I have armor class 15, right?
Yes, okay,
So-
that does. All right. Here, then I'm going to roll wisdom. No.
Okay.
he rolls a fucking whirls around to deck somebody else. I guess the nearest person is Y, so he's making an attack at them. Y, does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, you take 10 bludgeoning
Wait.
damage.
Oh, sorry. 16 AC. No, that doesn't hit.
If a 16 will beat a 16 AC, equal rolls
I
go
have
to the
18.
attacker. Oh, you have 18. Oh no, then you
Yeah.
fucking
He's a pally.
yeah, he rolls to fucking punch you and just against your metal armor, just clangs directly against it. What do you have? Do you have a breastplate, half plate? What's the actual armor piece you have?
Oh, shit.
With 18 AC, I know it's metal.
Chainmail.
Yeah, chainmail. Yeah, he fucking just he catches you right in like a muscly bony part, and all he gets is like his right hand has already been flayed from the divine energy of Hen's attack. So he basically just kind of clatters wet meat against your chainmail, and it really looks awful. So you get lots of blood on you, but it's not yours. He fucking rears his hands back. Fuck! God. And makes another attack at Xanderhall. The person he was... That's a 31. Okay. let me roll wisdom. That's a 4. He's gonna... I'm gonna roll a 1d3 to decide which one of you he goes for.
Do it again.
He's going for you, Hen.
Hit me.
Hen, you're getting hit with a 31, so that's going through. 9 bludgeoning damage.
That's chill.
Yeah, he rears back this time, pulls back from Xanderhall for reasons completely inexplicable to him, and rears to fucking deck you. I think he catches you in the shoulder and just instantly like dislocates it with his knock. You basically like spin where you're standing. To
Nice.
sort of catch yourself. And then he, after pulling back from that punch, just fucking takes a step back and lets out a really deep sigh and collapses to lean against the barred, closed front door to the town hall and just... He is severely injured. Why? It's your turn.
Why? Okay. Fucking... I draw my sword.
He's on the ground.
I draw my sword.
Sword is drawn. Confirmed.
And I attempt to hit him.
Go for it. I'm giving you advantage. He is literally, like prone.
Taking a breather.
You don't need the advantage. You succeed in the absence of advantage.
Bam.
You think 4 isn't much, but I'm afraid it's enough. Why? You drive your longsword
Slit
down
his throat. Or his...
Giant
whatever connects.
mountainous. Yeah. It's like chopping a tree down. You rear back with your longsword and draw it horizontally and just right through his throat. It's made easier because his thick skin has already been perforated by the thorn whip's puncturing damage. You drive it right through his neck, cut it open. You don't cut his head off. I mean, that's more of a nat 20 kind of roll right there, but you cut him through, and he just looks up at you and says, before blood begins to pour from his neck, and he collapses down all the way.
While that's resolving, I'd like to ask the mayor. You said that he would come back if he was slain. What do you mean by that? Because personally, I wouldn't like to see him pass. I kind of like him.
Me too. I can't help but notice he didn't do as I expected. What were we betting on again?
I said that he would just strike Xanderhall with a clean hit to the chest, and there would be some sort of very vaguely described reaction, to which you replied that he would land 2 strikes on Xander, and then hit Hen, the one with the robes.
But he only got one.
Only one.
What? What were the stakes?
Oh, there were no stakes. I was just having fun.
Well. The enormous tiefling topples and just kind of falls to the ground, and just big muscly lump of a dude. The mayor calls out from the hallway and says, I expected him to win. For this wasn't. I had anticipated it playing out differently.
Aye, well, maybe you shouldn't set your bodyguard after me for talking to your other one.
Speaking of, there are two more. Be
The,
careful, Xander.
Oh, they're both the brother and sister are chilling in the corner. They're both sweating profusely, I think. Just trying, I think, not to be noticed. Carolyn is actively like leaning against the back wall, like crouching a little bit down on her knees, and just kind of like propped against the edge of a dresser, just looking at you guys, just trying to make herself as not noticed as possible.
Aye, Carolyn, that was pretty hot, huh?
I mean,
It probably would have been hotter if you actually had a fair fight.
well, I mean, it was hotter than seeing you killed, so, yeah. Yeah, we can go with that.
Aye, it'd be a good day then.
The mayor steps out and says, no loss. He'll be fine. Eventually. I didn't expect victory. Could the five of you come to my office, please?
Why, you got another big tiefling there to fight us too?
Not for at least a few hours, no.
Alright then, what do you think? I turned to everybody else and asked them that.
I shrug.
Seems like the best bet at this time.
Yeah.
I won't lie, I've got several broken ribs. I'm not doing too great after that fight, but sure, we'll go.
Hold on, let me adjust the
What
overlay.
can everyone quickly tell me their max health and their current health?
31, Pam.
Oh, shit. Fucking big baller paladin, not taking any damage.
All right, everyone else?
So wait, is our hit point maximum lowered again from where it was raised?
It would still be 5
Yes.
over. I think it continues for a little while, but
It's like 8 hours.
yeah, but so maintain that spell effect for now, I think.
Never
Okay.
mind.
Okay, well then my hit point maximum is 32 and my current is 24.
And Pig.
Hit point maximum is 39 right now, if you count the spell. The
And
big
your
buff
current
you
hit
got.
points?
Current hit points is 11.
Okay.
And what about you?
I'm fine. I think I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing. It takes like 10 minutes though, so I'll start it.
Gotcha. Can we assume
Yeah,
that this is
casting
being
time is 10 minutes.
Can we assume this is being done sort of RP synthesis while you guys are heading to the office?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm just telling you I want to heal them.
Gotcha. Okay. You guys head back to the office where I suppose you were just 5 or 10 minutes ago. The mayor steps to the back and he draws the curtains open. There are these heavy black curtains with gold trim that have been hanging bundled down around the windows. He pulls them open. It's still daylight outside, maybe 4, 5 p.m., though it's going to be setting soon. Light pours into the office, and it makes it look, I think, marginally less morbid. This place has been maintained a little bit better than most of the other facilities here in Mordhill, but it's still, not the nicest place. He sets his cane down against to lean it against the back wall and sits down in the chair behind the desk and looks at the 5 of you. Everyone recovers 9 HP, by the way.
Hit that 20 health. Fuck yeah.
And he says, I'm sorry, I suppose, for setting Orthus on you. I had a good reason.
Aye, and what was that?
You upset me?
I laugh with him.
I apologize for upsetting you, but I don't see why. All I was doing was asking out your bodyguard.
Yeah,
I would
I'm
hope
right
that would
here.
be okay.
Do you have any idea how little joy there's been had around Mort Hill over the past few months for you to incline in lascivious interests? Is a harsh reminder to the rest of us, all things told, of what we cannot partake in.
I meant nothing by it, of course.
He's mad
but-
he's a fall cell.
I meant nothing by it, of course. It's just your bodyguard. She looked quite miserable, and she seemed interested.
I'm sure.
That's not the reading I got. She seems quite reluctant, to be honest.
I'm
Shut
sure.
the fuck up, Kazooie.
I'm sure I'd feel the same way if she wasn't in my employ. Now,
Perhaps if she wasn't. Never mind.
now, I'd like to be serious for a moment, if I could. I understand a little bit of what's happening here, and I was hoping when I had that posting set out that heroes would arrive capable of overcoming an obstacle I have been dealing with for some time, and I was hoping to just avoid the problem when the 5 of you came and you look like upstarts. But you're obviously strong, so there's a portal at the base of the mines. It leads to the astral plane, and beyond that are machinations and soldiers, otherworldly. I dealt only with their minions, and in exchange for keeping things settled here, keeping down riots, keeping down other disruption, my death has been forestalled somewhat, but I only did that to delay waiting the arrival of heroes, and now here we are. Death awaits you in the mines, but not in the way you think. You can go down there if you want. It's all that can really be done.
Huh, it's like some Shadowlands shit. Okay.
And what
um,
about
Go ahead.
what about what about your tiefling friend? What? You said that they would come back. What did you mean?
Literally. The astral plane and the material plane, they lock in sync. The time in both moves at the same pace. All the planes do. That's how you know that when one dies and you attempt to resurrect them, that their soul is not 1,000 years in the future or 10 in the past. It's still here. It's still now. That's how it works. But disruptions have been known to occur, and my friend Orthus was one of them. Constructed, a bargain made, an ally to help me keep things quiet here. He's, how do you say, unstuck in time? Every day he walks out from the mines as though nothing had happened to him the previous.
Interesting. Xanderhall is visibly confused. He's not smart enough to understand any of this, but just kind of nods along in agreement, like, uh-huh.
Does that happen with anyone else?
Not up here. Down there, yes. They've done something. They've done something to time there in the astral plane. I think what's happening now to Mordhill is going to happen everywhere soon, given the time. It's genuinely worrying. I've thought about the implications myself, but now I can barely keep the thoughts in my head, so I just sit and worry about ideas I can't understand.
Should you pass, God forbid, do you know that you may come back?
No, I'm marked. Orthus is not. Orthus gets to walk out. I'm marked.
Marked by who? What?
By him. By the conductor, of course.
Ah.
There's something you can find to fix all of this. It was used to break everything. And I think it can be used to fix everything. It's an artifact, some kind of relic, to the god of time. It was brought here years ago, before all of this started, with that sorcerer.
Was his name Marcus?
Yes, Marcus. And things always felt weird around it. Some days, you feel you lose a week. Some days drag on for what felt like years. It's gone. And I think they took it down there. I think it's the key to fixing everything. It looks. He reaches down into his drawer and begins rifling hastily through the papers before finding a piece of parchment that has not yet been marked with anything. He pulls out an inkwell pen and begins to draw scraggly. His penmanship is atrocious. He draws a roughly egg-like shape, an oblong spheroid with markings made on it. I'll send you guys a drawing of it later. And it has runic markings all over it, along with an altarpiece and an eye that's inset into it. It looks a little bit like, we can, I suppose, leave the audience's understanding. It looks a little like a Behelit from the Berserk series, except runic and so on and so forth.
Wait,
Whatever
that's
the
to
case,
help people understand?
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna-
fuck is that?
I'm gonna doodle it. Hold on. Cringe not having read Berserk, by the way.
Well, I
We've
just
gotta
want to know
look
how
up-
it's spelled.
Oh, Behelit.
Oh, fuck, I was a letter off.
Wait, that's not how you spell berserk.
What? He
I hate that. I do hate that.
What
He-
the fuck? That's some body horror shit.
he scrabbly draws it and tosses the parchment over to you. I'll have a better drawing soon. And then he says, I think it was this. It was something like this.
Oh shit! It looks like something I'd use to draw.
Will you go to the mines?
Are we guaranteed to die?
In a conventional sense, yes. It's the astral plane, where the dead go.
Ah,
What do you think, Hen? What do you think your god wants you to do?
Ian, isn't Solstice in the astral plane?
Solstice is in the astral plane, but it's a very big plane, so I wouldn't get too...
Yeah, I know. I just want to make sure. I'll look at Pig and say, that's where my god resides. So I think he'd be rather happy if I could find him.
I'll follow you, Hen. We'll find your god.
With sufficient preparations, we may be able to do okay. That would require that we work together, Mayor.
I wonder if one
Yeah,
of us
Gordon.
needs to learn that a little bit better.
Hmm.
Who?
I'd take a small feather that I may have lost when preening, and I flick it at Xanderhall. Can I roll for that?
Yes, roll sleight of hand or performance, whichever you feel is preferable.
Oh shit!
Oh
Damn.
shit! You fucking kickflip. What are the name of the little like skateboards?
Tech
that you-
decks.
Yeah, you tech deck that shit fucking into both eyeballs, from the tip of the feather to the root of the feather. It's incredible. You take fucking 18 piercing damage, Xanderhall. You're down.
It goes through his head.
I'm down at 2 health. Damn. Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay. Really?
Nah, it
Well, I did hit you with it.
It definitely hits you. Yeah.
What do I take? Like
chuckle.
1 damage or something?
No, no.
I look at the mayor and chuckle a little bit. I assume as a bird he might appreciate that.
Birds.
Heart got his ass.
Excuse me.
Uh,
Bird racism. Bird
You okay over there,
racism.
Xander? Sounds like you've got a bit of a stomachache or something. You gotta excuse yourself.
No, I'm all good.
Okay.
I would never advocate for racism against birds.
We
Well, especially as one of the races that have been most subjugated throughout history. I figure you'd know a little thing about that, but whatever.
Hey, what do you think? Just because I'm a drow, I can't be racist?
weird flex.
That'd be some Blair White level of defense there.
shut up.
Xander says I'm more racist than all of you. I'll show you guys.
True.
I myself am quite racist against orcs, dirty greenskins.
Hey, but birds aren't a race. They be a scourge.
Ah.
Okay.
I would like to ask him a question.
You are free to do so by asking a question.
Well, I don't, dude. We're fucking bantering. I'm waiting until that shit's done. I'm trying to
Character
talk to
voices.
this man.
Yeah, just wait until Xander stops fucking around.
I ask.
I'm just chilling.
I'm joking.
I ask. How long does it take to get to the portal?
Not long. It it was a very productive mine prior to our downfall. There were carts that could be elevated and lowered. If you go in, you could reach the portal in no more than 20 minutes. There are no threats down there before the portal.
Did he say no threats?
Before the portal.
Can I roll insight to see if he's being truthful about all this?
Sure, go for it.
I mean, I can guard the entrance to the mine.
I believe him, I guess.
You believe him. You feel overwhelmingly confident in the veracity of his claim.
Hey Vosh, I got a question. Have you had this idea since the beginning of the campaign that we'd be going into the astral plane?
Yeah, since well before then, yeah.
Oh shit! So you basically predicted the Shadowlands expansion for WoW.
Yeah, of course. I
Weeks
used to be one of the
beforehand.
top healers in the fucking Mythic raids back in the day. You think I don't have Blizzard contacts?
You were a heel slut, Vosh.
Oh, absolutely. I was a heal dom, okay? These people begged at my feet
Okay.
for the
True,
fucking
actually.
heals.
That's usually seems to be how it is.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, you believe him when he says that. And he continues and says, I can provide for your accommodations tonight if you'd like. You need to relax before you set out for the mines, I think. Does that sound agreeable?
Aye, I could use a good place to rest my broken ribs. Though I'd like to ask, if we die on the astral plane, what happens? Can we even die?
You die the moment you reach the astral plane. You just come back if you manage to find the portal again. The only difference between being dead in the astral plane in the traditional sense and being dead in the astral plane after you walk through the portal is in that one of them, your body's made of meat and not etheria. Same difference there, really.
Aye, but what happens if we are in the astral plane and something kills us?
Then it's a short walk to the Silver Sea.
Aye. Okay, then.
Point of note, well known in D&D, the Silver Sea is where all the dead go in the astral plane. It's a silver ocean of infinite size that contains within it all the souls that have ever died that didn't go to hell, or the celestial plane, or otherwise had spiritual alignments to the other planes.
So, is it a nice place?
It is the end of the road for most everyone, but the astral plane is not typically visited. The ethereal plane is more typically visited. There are a bunch of planar systems in D&D. The ethereal plane is like the ghostly afterimage of the material world. The astral plane is where thoughts, ideas, magic, and death coalesce. And you have places like the Feywilds and, the Hell, the Abyss, the Celestial plane. Traveling to other planes is typically quite rare. The ethereal plane is by far the most common plane to travel to. Travel to the astral plane has, in the canon of your universe, indicated that the place is generally peaceful. There isn't much conflict there, with the possible exception of the ongoing warfare of the Raven Queen, who guards the souls of the dead. But she is enormously powerful, and also the astral plane is literally of infinite size, so the odds of you stumbling directly into whatever warfield she's currently conducting herself on are astronomically low.
Okay, good, because I know of the Feywilds. I watched a lore video on it on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah,
good,
most planes have creatures there. The Feywilds, the Celestial plane, the Abyss, Hell, those all have creatures there. The astral plane doesn't. It's kept completely devoid of creatures, save the dead, by the Raven Queen. That's her job. Of course, sometimes people slip in, so you never want to be there too long. That's canonically known. This would be like one of the things people are taught about the astral plane as children in D&D.
Okay, thank you, because I'm basically a child of my knowledge.
That's all right. Just catching everyone up.
All right.
Yeah, if you don't know anything and you can just ask, what do you think my character would know about this? And then he'll tell you.
Yeah, actually, what would my character? Is that just basically what my character would know as like
That's
a
what we
bird?
all would know.
Yeah, that would
Okay.
be the extent though. To know more about the astral plane than that would require either very meticulous like academic research or like legendary travel. To come back from the
Yeah.
astral plane is a thing of legend.
Nice. All right. Cool.
I would like to ask the mayor, may you have any magical items at your disposal that may be able to assist us in our adventure?
At least one. Here. He grabs his cane and stumbles on out to the main foyer of the town hall towards the corpse of Orthal, and he reaches down and fusses a little bit in the enormous lump of bloodied meat and metal that claps to the ground in front of the doors before procuring from the corpse one of those insignias that you pulled off the metal man in the basement of the library. And he turns around and he says, he'll come back with it. I can take this now. He'll come back with it.
So
I'll take it from him if he offers it to
He
me.
hands it to you.
Okay.
wait, so if you come back from the dead, you come back with one of these badges?
No, only him. Because he was gifted by those beneath. So they gave him that. It keeps him able to walk between both sides of the portal without hurting himself.
Interesting. Can I take a quick 5-minute break? I gotta get my dog medicine.
Oh yeah, sure.
I got a pee, so hell yeah.
Okay, we
All
can
right,
take
cool.
we can take a quick break now then.
All right, I will. I'll be back.
Neat.
Neat.
Amazing. Hello, folks. I gotta figure out how to use this camera. I don't need to pee. Should I pee anyway? Should I be careful? Uh-oh. Is that cringe I see? Alright, fine, I'll pee. Jesus Christ, you guys, if you're so insistent. I don't know why you care so much about the contents of my balls, but... Alright. Alright, is everyone back? Probably. I took a while there. I got distracted by my cat.
Wait,
Hello?
why'd people leave the StreamYard?
Wait,
people
people
did.
left?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the
White's
fuck?
camera, I think, got fucked.
Uh-oh.
No,
I
somebody.
leave shit.
There you go.
Was it
it's
me? Did I leave?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't leave. Was it Pig?
Uh-oh.
I'm good.
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
Yikes. Cringe. Wait, then who did leave?
Pig.
He
Pig.
didn't want people to see him giving his dog medicine. Understandable.
Wait, is that a euphemism?
No.
Oh, we left the Discord too.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. DC?
no. I mean, he did AFK too, so it could have dropped for like a second, and then like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be back.
yeah.
I'm just trying out
When
my
have we
new-
known Pig Puncher to
my
bail
new
on us?
snapper. That's what I like to call it. That's what I like to call cameras.
White, how easy would it be to make this into the snap emote? Kind of like the neat one. Is that like an overlay as well? That you could just
Yeah,
superimpose
yeah.
onto it?
Yeah, neat's not a GIF, so yeah,
I
it'll be
figure,
the
yeah.
same thing. Yeah, we'll just move the.
Epic.
I mean, I feel like Bosch has overdone it though. Like it was a cute meme, but then like Bosch has done this 3 times.
Hey,
So
hey,
this is-
hey,
this is
hey!
a-
He ruined it.
This is for the future, really.
paid
Vosh is
good money
often
for
pretty
this.
cringe, so if Chad ever wants to give him shit for it, I'll just have Snap instead.
There are so many settings. Wonder how good my dick
Get
would
an-
look with this.
Get like another one of him like looking at the camera with like awe and confusion of like, what is this object? And that'll be like the needy emote.
Like that. I posted it in chat.
Yeah.
Can't believe Pig is dead.
Rip.
Okay, well, Vaj, the first thing is the camera's supposed to be facing towards you.
Well, wait, I'm done now. Now I'm just concerned about my friend Pig Puncher.
Well, he's probably still feeding his doggo medicine.
Oh, he just came back online, I think, on Discord. His internet went out.
Hannah, if you re-click the album, the background's gone.
Yeah, yeah.
The real
Is it like
shame
a-
is that you can't use the camera to take a picture of me taking a picture with the camera for the emote.
You know that
Your webcam is
Amir.
Nah, that's not as good.
Pig will be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
Wait, who else just dropped?
I fucked up. I'm sorry.
It was
I'm
me.
back in. No, it was me. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Watch. Eric Swalwell appears to drop massive fart on live television.
Oh, true. I saw that.
What?
I'd love to see that.
Let's see. Democratic
seemed very
Representative
impressed with
Eric
himself, too.
Swalwell, who was the first presidential candidate to drop out of the race after receiving virtually no support from voters, appeared to have an embarrassing moment during an interview on Monday, as it appears as though he farted on live television. Where's the video? Wait, hold on. Wait. Wait, hold everyone. Wait, hold on. Wait,
There's
hold
a
on.
tweet of it.
Ted
The
Cruz
evidence-
came back from eating a booger on screen. You can come back from a loud
Hold on,
fart.
wait. We need clear audio. Hold on.
The evidence is uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election. And the complaint that I've heard from
It's so loud.
Yeah, I don't know why they mic'd up his ass. I'm not sure
What the fuck?
what the choice was for that.
Let's just like, sir.
Holy shit.
It's so loud. It's so loud.
Sir, we've got your lapel mic on. Let me make sure your ass microphone is properly.
The suppository.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
You can't go outside without your suppository microphone.
an election, an election, an election,
Jesus.
an election, an election.
Honestly, I admire it.
No, that's when you just fucking quit
He's got-
politics.
Iron. He's
I don't
got
think so.
iron
No,
cheek.
wait. Like,
Dude,
if
he
the
gave a
fucking
little smirk afterward,
Toronto
but he
dude
owned it.
can do crack cocaine, he can fart. I would vote for him. He's
If
got
Trudeau,
my
could do,
vote.
if Trudeau could do blackface like 20,000 times and still get reelected, I'm sure.
Oh god.
Dude, this is the future of populism, okay? We don't want any fucking coastal elite lawyer Harvard people being our presidents anymore. We want
True.
honest to God, down to earth American
Rappers.
people. Okay?
We want
we want
Pants on live
rappers.
TV.
If your writers don't write in your farts, what are you even doing?
Nah, see, that's when you're elite again.
And
right?
to the
It has to
billionaire
be off the
class.
cuff.
And all the elites who would deny you healthcare, I have one thing to say.
Bonus points for the next candidate to fart on live TV and during the debates.
Yeah, during the debates. That's what we need.
Ugh. Ass mics for all.
I wouldn't
I
trust
mean-
Biden to do it. He might just, completely just let it all go.
Shit out his teeth.
That's the next step up, though. That's the next step up. First you fart, then you shart. What's next?
Yeah, I
First
didn't really.
you speak Spanish during the debate, and then you just shit your pants.
I didn't.
What's next?
The logical next
Saying you have a big dick.
I didn't
Oh, wait,
really.
that happened.
I didn't really know how to feel about Biden until he shit his pants on stage and all the varicose veins came out of his asshole like a bunch of
He just
spiders'
fell.
legs. And that's when I knew He had my vote.
I mean,
me too.
like unironically though,
That made me
his
like Biden more.
reaction, right? Like his reaction to farting, right? Like you would sympathize with him, right? Like if he was a human like if Hillary did this, like she would have gained so much support. Just fucking let it go.
We live in a
Just
post.
shit yourself.
We live in a post-Chart world. It is known
Okay, don't.
that President Donald Trump wears diapers, and there's no media storm about this.
No, but see, like that's why you shouldn't shit yourself, right? Because then, like, they're like 80, so I'm afraid like
What are you doing, pig puncher?
it goes the opposite
Poo-poo puncher,
direction.
Pepe laugh.
God.
Like if you shit yourself, I just think you can't control your bowels, and
know-
I don't want to elect you anymore.
Okay,
If
I'm
you
gonna
can't
be honest,
control your
I've heard-
bowels, how are you supposed to control the country?
Yeah. What the fuck?
I've heard a lot of reasons that Trump won the 2016 election, but none of them have been farting until now.
Can you guys hear me?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's
All
up?
All
right,
right,
cool.
all right.
Yeah,
Let's bring it back.
We are
Um,
My
losing our
internet
minds.
Yeah,
decided to go out.
Hyena, get your cam working again, and yeah, Pig rejoin. There we go.
Okay, Pig. Purely hypothetical. No reason. If a candidate on stage farted during a general election debate, and they played it off, would they gain your Would you empathize and be more likely to vote for them?
Well, I mean, it depends, but yeah, probably that would be a point. In
It
the
Is that a
direction.
diaper joke?
Wait, what?
This Zoomer doesn't know what
Depends is a
depends
diaper.
are. Just move on.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Did I make it? I didn't intend. Listen, I'm not that smart, White Nervosa. I did not
True.
intentionally make a diaper joke. No, I mean, like, it would be a point in their direction, I guess. I suppose.
Wait, Pig, did you get pizza?
Oh my God.
Whoa.
I may have, yeah.
Ascended Lexi. Okay, I muted her mic in StreamYard.
Oh shit, my bad. I forgot. I'm
No,
sorry.
no problem.
Well, she
I-
was
I
getting
had it
ready to go to the astral plane.
Yeah,
Damn.
shit. She's on the next level. She's ready. All right, are we ready to get back to it?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
ready to
think so.
die and go to the astral plane. Fuck yeah.
Gotcha. All right. For narrative's sake, let's say the conversation ends, because we can pick it up later. What do you guys want to do? Is there anything in particular you want to do as you prepare for rest and take the night to sleep? Rest off
Is
your
there
wounds?
anything interesting? Is there any shops in town, or is there nothing?
Oh no, there's
I
no
would-
reason for there to be.
Well, no, there is actually one reason.
Hmm?
Can I talk to Caroline?
You certainly
Yikes.
can.
Oh,
Bill
man.
questing. Sleepy and shit.
Can I be eating a pizza while I talk to her?
There are no
No.
pizzas.
No.
Damn.
Italians haven't been invented yet.
So
The
I approach her.
the rogue subclass Italiano.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand by constantly fucking bibbidi bobbidi.
Is that racist or is that woke?
You can always be
Italians are
racist
POC,
against
so it
Italians.
could be racist.
You can always be racist against Italians. It's always okay.
Yo, Italians are people of color. Chill.
I'm Italian and I endorse this message.
I'm Italian.
Okay. So I want to walk up to her. And I would be like, "Hey, that fight I just did against the tiefling was pretty hot, huh? We kicked his ass."
She's currently using her magical focus to levitate Orthus's body out of the way of the main door so people can leave the fucking town hall without jumping through and breaking a window. And she turns around to you and says, I mean, he didn't fucking die, so that's pretty nice. It's more than I expected. Boy, he sure is a brute, isn't he?
I take a bite out of some beef jerky that I'm eating from my pack.
You are
As I'm
nailing
talking
this,
to her.
man.
As I'm talking to her.
Dude,
I'm like,
I'm getting red
"Aye."
over here.
It was a hell of a fight, but clearly, you're glad I'm not dead, which means you must be interested in me, right?
I don't know if there's necessarily a direct parallel between those two facts. In fact, I'm quickly reconsidering the first one. I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, now that I'm looking between the two of you right now, I mean, you are, in your words, 6'4", fully tatted, but he is 9 feet tall. I don't know. What have you got for me that's not height? Because I can wait till tomorrow morning, you know.
Xander, roll initiative. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa! Whoa!
We're gonna get her. She's gonna disrespect you like that?
No, I mean,
Just
I think there's
kills
a
her.
more dark implication to what White Nervosa just told me to do there.
Whoa.
Wait, what? Whoa.
Whoa!
Your-
Pig puncher!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Simply
No.
saying that you
No,
should
no,
invest
no.
in some platform
Big-
shoes.
Pig.
That was
No, I unironically was saying that she would fight you. What the fuck?
Just
Learn how to use stilts, pig puncher.
any combat with a woman. Oh, damn! They meant rape. Whoops! Time to.
Jesus.
Why would that be?
Okay.
Never mind.
Can we all
Alright,
can we all
but I'm
overhear this
canceled. Someone flip it
conversation?
and shit,
No,
boys.
no. This is Xander Hall and
Okay, so we can't
Carolyn.
hear it. I wanted to call. I wanted
God,
to
why
say
did we
something,
leave
but
that?
never
Pig,
mind.
pig puncher reeling for his 5th Twitter ban.
So can I like pull the waistband of my pants and look down and roll for length, and so I can just like tell her, or roll for dick size so I can tell her.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I can just tell her.
Okay,
What do I roll?
Okay, well, hold on. I decide what the role is. Okay,
There's going to be an imaginary plus
Oh,
10
no.
to that.
I am
just so you know,
harsh. I am harsh but fair. Okay.
I am black. I am black.
Pig.
Hmm.
I'm just throwing that
Pig.
information out there. Right?
Pig, Pig, you said the R slur. You insinuated
I'm
rape,
just throwing the
and
information
you
out
just
there.
you
so
just
keep in
did
mind who's troll.
racism. I'm banning you off Twitter, Pig. I'm done.
Secret Twitter admin hyena coming in hot. All right, wait, hold on. Okay, let me think. What's a fair roll? Okay, the average fucking Dickerino is like 5.2 inches, but this is D&D, so we'll up it to 8. Okay, what's like it's fucking D&D. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay, let's do a 1d6
Minus
plus
5.
I think 1d8. That sounds. I think 1d8.
Wait, I say 1d6 plus 5. So the range is from 6 inches to 11 inches.
Mm.
Fine, 1d6 plus 6. I think that's totally fair. That leaves potential for a foot-long cock.
Good. Okay.
Okay, 1d6 plus
Wait,
6.
but what about the potential? Never
What if
mind.
you crit?
For the micro penis potential?
Yeah, but never mind.
No.
Just
First, we
just
roll 1d20 to determine what we're rolling for dick size with. That's pretty good. 17 is pretty good. I'm going to up this from a 1d6 plus 6 to a 1d8 plus 7.
Oh.
Okay? If this crits, you get erectile dysfunction. That's the balance.
Wow.
Wait, I didn't
Thanks.
roll it.
Good one.
Wow.
Ooh!
Oh.
There we go. The 13-incher.
6'4", fully tatted.
I hit the lottery
13-inch
twice.
cock.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I just kind of say, "Yar, I'll tell you, I'm over a foot long, and I'm not dead."
Hold on. Now let me do one more roll.
Why'd you
See how
need to
big
roll
her
for
dick is.
that? You didn't
Yeah,
show
how big is
your
her
dick.
dick?
You just needed to say
I
it.
do not lie. I do not lie to women. Okay.
Oh God! You
Okay.
just tell them your dick size.
Caroline
Wasted.
sets Orthus down on the other side of the room with levitate, and as he like sort of clatters to the ground, his enormous like 30-foot long 30-inch long penis just sort of snakes out of his torn up trousers and flops against the ground heavily, like one of those novelty sausage rolls hitting the ground with a meaty thump. And she turns towards you, and she says, "So fucking stupid. You know. I mean, assuming you're telling the truth and all, and I'm not wasting a spell slot on figuring out whether or not you are. Given my state of deterioration, I'm pretty sure that a 13-incher would kill me."
I would. Well, it would kill you a lot less than whatever that is. I look
30-footer.
over at the tiefling.
The 30-footer. He's just a giant cock fucking warbled together. clumped together and held up with a suit of armor. I'm sorry. This
It
is
certainly
very...
looks like it from the picture you drew.
What would kill her less? Okay, it would be less. It would kill her. White Nervosa looks disgusted.
It has horns.
Wait.
What?
It looks like it from the picture you drew. We can still see the picture you drew. It has horns.
Listen, I'm
Well, I
gonna bring
wasn't
us,
including that.
Drew a picture of it.
It's
Wait,
an
hold on.
accessory.
bringing us back to the main. You know, she's talking about the fucking character portrait for Orthus. Okay, let's focus.
All right.
Okay, let's get back to what's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big
Xander's
is her
dick, I
dick? Are we
guess.
rolling for
Yeah,
this?
how big is her dick?
How big is her dick? I'm sorry, I rolled on everyone's genitalia already. I'm sorry. Carolyn has fat lips.
Yikes. Not very woke of you, Bosch.
Well, I rolled.
right.
What do you want? Carolyn looks at you, Xander Hall, and Carolyn says, "Okay, well, I mean, as long as you're aware, I mean, bet's still on, right? You got to come back from the mines, my friend."
I'm going to go to the Shadowlands or the Astral Plane or whatever it is, and I'm gonna get this MacGuffin, and we're gonna save the town.
All right. Well, best of luck with all of that. You know, we have sent people down there before, but I guess the people we sent down there before couldn't beat the shit out of Orthus here. So, you know.
Were any of them 6'4", fully fucking tatted?
Well, one of them was Orthus, so
Oh well. All right, we kicked his ass. We're better than him.
there you go. That's the next step up, right?
Without armor, without weapons.
All right. Well, better sleep off all these broken ribs. And then I walk away.
She, as you walk away, she gives you a like a friendly pat on the back right over one of your broken ribs. Gives you like a nice, yeah, like go get him, tiger.
I didn't even hit you that hard. It's like the meme where it's like, come on, bro, I didn't even hit you that hard with a big handprint.
Yeah. It hurts quite a bit. All right, everyone, please return to full health. You no longer have the 5 additional maximum HP, but you do have maximum HP because you're healing up. It's time.
Hog.
Wait, so the spell that gave me the temporary maximum HP is gone.
Correct, because we're sleeping.
And Rebecca.
Oh, we can't do anything?
Wait, how
Oh,
much
you
was it?
can. Nobody
That was-
said Xander.
I
Hall was
did.
like,
I said earlier I wanted
Sorry,
to find
what?
shops.
oh no, there are no shops in town.
Okay,
there's
no
no
shops
reason
in
to have
town.
any
So,
anymore. There's no
I
commerce.
would like to visit
Really
the
quick, how
informant
much
and
was
bring
the
him
added
Okay, go ahead.
bonus to my max HP?
5.
5? Okay, cool.
Okay.
Just
I didn't
making
even
sure.
get it, and I know this shit. Come on, keep up.
Kazooie?
I would like to go to the informant, the dude with the tapping and all that,
Yeah.
and bring him the clockwork insignia thing that we got off of Orthus,
Gotcha. What?
and maybe ask him about the astral plane, all this shit.
What voice did
I
I
can't-
use for him?
I can't hear because
shit.
I can't hear Conyer. The fuck?
What?
Hold on, I'm gonna leave and rejoin the call.
Now that he's gone.
Okay, everyone talk.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Okay,
Hello.
cool.
Hello.
I guess it's just when my internet came back, I immediately rejoined the call. Like it automatically rejoined me, and there was some glitch. I don't know. I couldn't hear Conyer.
Epic. But you can
What?
hear me now, right?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Oh, I remember.
Good.
I remember the voice that I used for him now. Okay. As you go down into the basement of the cathedral, the ruined cathedral, and return down to the long dark stairway that leads to a hallway that is punctuated by a void of black in the far end, you hear the cackling laugh of the informant ringing from the far end. Welcome. What have you got for me?
Hi, stranger.
What was that voice?
It's RE4
He's-
merchant.
he's-
Leave my
he's literally
inspirations
the-
out of here.
It's literally the
Not
merchant
you.
from RE4.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello. I've got another one of those clockwork insignia looking things. You said that if we brought these to you, it could be a good help for you and everyone else.
Don't
Wait, no, I
tell
kept
me what
mine.
I said. Hmm?
Well, I'm not there, but I'm. Oh, see, I kept the badge. Yeah.
Yeah, you have your badge that's been turned into like a pseudo fleshy sort of thing. Kazooie has a fresh badge that was pulled off
okay,
Orthus's
got it.
corpse.
No.
Don't tell me what I said. Let me see it. Let me see it. And he reaches out one of his long, gangly arms towards you.
I will graciously hold it out, put it on the ground for him.
Ah. Oh, that's good. This one's
the-
good. It's not rusted at all. This is
He did mention that he was able to go. It helped him traverse from this plane to the astral plane.
helped who?
Very big tiefling boy.
Orthus?
Yes.
Ah. Orthus was one of the holdaways from the Imperial Regiment sent to protect the town back when they were still investigating this infliction, this plague. And he stuck around. So this has been helping him. Is it true what they say, that he can come back, that death is not permanent for him?
They seem pretty certain of it, that we don't have any concrete proof yet, considering he hasn't come back yet. I assume it'll take some time.
I will know in a few hours, seeing as we fucking killed him.
Ah, good enough. One moment. He pulls his arm back into the void of black on the far end, and he immediately this ringing noise emanates from the void of black into which nothing can be seen, and then the sharp banging of metal against metal. And it actually lasts quite a while, like 10 or 15 minutes, during which he makes no noises himself, just the harsh grinding mechanical noises that seem to be emanating from the nothingness. And after a time, he reaches his hand out again, and he holds his hand out, and there's something in it. Actually, there's 5 things in it. It's teeth. 5 large teeth. Not human teeth, little pithy square things. Big, fanged teeth. And he says, there you go. Back at ya. It'll keep you grounded to the material plane when you move between this world and the the astral plane.
So I assume there's 5 teeth. That means each of us could use it, or can it only be on one person?
One for each. You could make your way back without this, but you'd be taking a shot in the dark. You don't know. The astral plane isn't material. You don't know if the portal is going to be in the same place every time. This should keep you nice and grounded. Keep the universe interested in bringing you back here.
All right, I'll distribute each of those to my pals.
Of course you will.
I was not talking to him, actually, Vaj. I was
Oh.
out of character.
My apologies.
Yeah,
See-
relax.
Seizing the teeth of production.
He speaks up and says, Now, have fun. I can reach you in the astral plane, too. You should be able to hear me down there, I think. I'm on both sides, like I said. And there will be plenty of fine treasures for you to bring to me. I should even have access to my tools.
Everybody, by the way,
Possibly.
should add to their equipment that we now have these teeth. I don't know
yeah,
what to
you're
call them
right.
necessarily, but just gonna call them clockwork teeth.
That's a cool name.
Nice, okay.
Or tooth, I guess. So we only get one.
Exilia.
Like a boomer, nice.
And why? Are there anything that either of you would like to do before before you sleep and begin the next day?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm okay.
And what about you? Why?
I wear the badge and then I sleep.
Oh,
Oh.
wait. I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry.
Yes, you are. I was confused about
Go on.
that, but
I don't know how long it's been there, but all right.
only a little while.
Just a second.
All right. With that, though, I
Wait, dude,
imagine.
I had things I want to do. I keep telling you that.
Wait, you already said your thing was the shop.
No, then I have other things to do. You
Okay.
told me I couldn't do it.
Yes, because there were no. Okay, what is the thing you would like to do?
Well, before leaving, I would have told the chick that if she wants to come hang out, that I have wine at night. So if she wants to show up on her own, that is up to her. And then before sleep, I would just like to say a prayer to Solstice.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, you're not
Okay,
going
and
to
if-
recite that prayer?
I can. I was just waiting for your prompt as to what's being done.
I'm afraid she's not interested in spending time with you.
That's fine. I don't really care. But okay, cool.
Are you trying to be like trying to help me out, or are you?
She probably mentioned that you were going to be there, so that's why she didn't come.
True, you're not wrong.
Nah, I would have just invited her to like hang out and drink wine. But it doesn't really matter.
And I would just show up
okay,
out of
then.
nowhere. Nice. Okay.
Then I'll I'll speak to Solstice, I guess.
Hit it up.
All right, then before sleep, I will make up the little like shrine because I have the priest pack. Not a shrine, but the little my dagger and the candles, incense, that kind of thing. And I'll say, I see that you haven't communicated with me since I left, not in dreams nor in Avatar. I'll be in the astral plane soon. Maybe you'll see me. Maybe we can find each other. It would be an honor to see you in front of me. I imagine time does not pass the same, but maybe we'll cross paths. And yeah.
All right. Your prayer receives no direct feedback.
Yeah.
If there's still time left in the day, I do still have that pistol that I've wrapped in cloth. I don't know if there's any way I could potentially find ammunition for it.
That's an interesting question.
implying
You could look
use
for it at the town hall if you would like to. You can roll
Sure.
investigation. Everyone else is boarded up. It would be like a whole ordeal elsewise.
You could buy some ammo from the Resident Evil 4 merchant.
I ain't found shit.
Oh, I'm afraid you have
Unless
not
you want
found
to give
shit.
me inspiration for talking to the mayor, maybe he told me some shit. Who knows?
No, but inspiration might be on the way. No, I'm afraid in this
meant
instance your
advantage,
attempts to find ammunition are unsuccessful.
Yikes.
Yikes. Cringe, one might say. All right. With that, everyone, return to full HP. It is time. Y'all are
And spell slots and everything
and spell
else.
slots. Yeah, everyone, get right the fuck back up there. It is time to begin your third day in Mordhill.
Only 3 days, God.
Yeah, a lot of people have died for 3 days.
Oh my god. In our long-standing campaign with friends, we spent maybe 5 to 8 months IRL role-playing and doing stuff over a period of like maybe a week. It was insane. So he likes doing that.
We've murdered so many people.
And more on the horizon. Let's get to it, huh? Is everyone
going to the
nice? Everyone nice and prepped up?
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to die.
Beautiful. The next day begins. After all of you have awoken, arisen, washed yourselves and clothed yourselves appropriately, had food. There are plenty of rations here at the town hall. The mayor comes to speak to you. And the mayor wants to send you off. He sort of rounds you up together. There are plenty of sleeping accommodations in the town hall. Beautiful, comfy couches. Even a few places to genuinely sleep, probably used by administrators in the past. I mean, why not sleep here? It's the nicest building in town. And after rounding you up, he leads you back down to the foyer where Orthus is. He's standing there in full plate armor with his glaive, the head of it driven into the ground. He's looking up at you guys, almost with a fond smile, his hands planted on the end of the haft, and he says, Hey, I was pretty good the other day. I still think I would have won if I was using enemy weapons and hadn't taken my armor off, but it was still pretty good. That was pretty good. That's pretty good.
I'd like to say if Xander fought you hand to hand like I had expected, I do believe you would have won, Orthus.
Hey, yeah, that's probably true. But hey, that's okay. Hey, Xandar.
Hi, how are you?
Listen, Xandar. Listen, alright. I'm bigger than you. That's true. I'm bigger than almost anyone. But you got a lot of spirit, alright? You already got some manners in you. I don't need to teach you anything.
Can I give him a hug?
You can give him a hug.
Do I have to roll for that, or is it?
No,
just
you can give him a hug.
His int
Alright.
doesn't seem to be pretty high if he thinks Xander has a manner.
He He reaches out with one arm, keeping the pole arm balanced in the other, and places one arm around you. It is more than enough to hug you. He is quite large and quite strong, and he says, I'm just doing stuff, just doing orders, just that kind of stuff, Anyway, I just wanted to say, no hard feelings, and I got filled in by the boss, by the mayor. And he said we're not fighting you anymore, so that's all right. One other thing. I can come back, That's why I'm not dead. Do you know that?
Do you, I was actually gonna ask you, what's it like on the other side?
Oh. I mean, I don't remember very much. It kind of starts again the same time every day, Even if nobody killed me, every night around maybe 3 or 4 in the morning, I just whoop back on over, and whether I'm dead or not, whatever, I just go back, and it's really disorienting because I keep my memories and stuff, But the place they got me in is really it's really weird. There's this altar. They built an altar in an astral plane. They're trying to worship some dead god thing, I think. And I come back there. I think that's where you guys gotta go too. You're looking for that egg-looking thing, right?
Aye.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway.
I appreciate... yeah, actually, you let him finish.
Oh, yeah, well, good luck in there anyway. I mean, there are, like, a ton of guards, like, all over the place. They're working for the conductor. There are a whole lot of them. I wouldn't even want to fight all of them. Really, well, a lot of them. You might want to avoid them.
What are they?
Xander Hall, you go first, because you had the earlier eye.
We appreciate your help. It's definitely useful. My good friend Hen here wanted to ask you something too.
That's your cue.
I already asked what are they?
It's most of the guards they have back there are the people that used to live in Mordio, but then they passed. They didn't come back like me. They're all doing work over there. Some of them are building stuff. Some of them are guarding the whole place. Some of them are fighting the Raven Queen stuff. It's like a whole the ecosystem, like a camp.
All right.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Well, good luck with them. Oh, yeah. Oh, one other thing. Oh, I learned this because one time. Okay. I came back. It was like, it was like probably 3 in the morning over here. But it doesn't matter over the astral plane. They don't got the sun over there. So it's just whatever time, all the time over there. And I shut my shoulder. Not really my shoulder, more like my hip, into one of the other guys. And we kind of had a little tussle for a little while, because I thought he was disrespecting me. And they're how do you say it? They're made of magic or whatever. You can't punch them. You got to use the magic stuff. Like this. He sort of plants his glaive into the ground. It's not a regular glaive. There are runes carved on it. Something like this, that kind of thing. Punching didn't work. But I didn't want to kill him or nothing, so I just ran real fast.
Orthus, I don't think I have anything magic. Is it possible to make my short swords, can I give them runes and things like your glaive?
I think you need to talk to like a magic man for that. We don't got any here. Our artificer died. Artificer? He looks at the mayor. Artificer? Artificer. Yes. Yeah, artificer. Yeah, he died. They got people doing that over there in the astral plane, though. They've got a whole system. Till then, though, you better be careful.
We appreciate it, Orthus.
Yeah. I'd go and help you guys if I could, but my coming back is sort of kind of conditional on me not fussing things up too much with what they're doing. You also can't say that me and the mayor helped you, because if you did, they'd take away whatever it is, keep bringing me back, and I figured then I'd probably get the plague, and then I couldn't help when you guys come back. You know, I don't know what I can do, but
We'll be sure not to mention you, my friend. We wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. I mean that genuinely, by the way. Like I don't know if that came off as sarcastic, but yeah, he's a cool dude.
Gotcha. Here. He hands you, Xanderhal, his glaive. It is too large for you to wield and cannot be wielded traditionally as a weapon. It's over like 80 pounds. There's no way to swing this thing in like combat. It can, however, be lugged around in case you need it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Orthus. I may be 6'4" and fully tatted, but this is a bit much for me. But I do appreciate the sentiment, my friend.
All right, that's okay. Maybe you'll find something down the mines. I don't know. Here, wait, give it back. I take it back. I want it. I like it a lot.
Is it magic?
Yeah, it was made for me by the town officer, Silas. It was a while back. He was a good guy. He's dead now.
So it's magic. The glaive.
Yeah.
And I'll turn to Xander and say, "You could have attuned with it. You know. Probably would have made it lighter."
I have no idea what that means.
No, I understand. That won't work though. No, this is just what it weighs. It's not magic heavy. It's just really got a lot of metal in it.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I can't really send you all off over there because if any of the people on the other side of the portal see us with you, they'll figure out we helped you. So, good luck out there. Okay?
I'll do a salute. And I give a nice big wave to him as we're walking away, and I say, "Have a good one, Orthus."
Have a good one.
I'll do the same bow I did before in the beginning of the last.
I'll softly nod my head.
I just salute.
He does a little attempts a curtsy. It looks ridiculous at his size. And he oh, one more thing.
Ooh.
Hey, if you see me again, he looks like his eyes shuffle. Tell me to call my mom more.
All right, Orthus, we will.
All right. Good luck.
Aye. Have a good one, my friend.
Real quick, he said that only magic could damage these creatures. I assume that, considering that the magic damage I did to the Clockwork Man was able to hit him, is that the same for them?
Yes, I believe your the psychic damage that you do with your fists when you project them like that is a type of magic damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so the only person here who is completely limited at the moment would be Xanderhal, since he's limited exclusively to physical damage. But that's what magic weapons are for.
Yeah, I'm gonna get myself some good shit when we get to the Shadowlands / Astral Plane.
Are you guys ready to begin your journey?
Aye.
Yes.
I would like to see little Bobby before we go, if that was his name.
Why, you want
It definitely wasn't.
Conyer wants to say hi to all our fucking NPCs.
I just want to say hi real quick. Tell him.
Why, do you want to fucking kill him?
I'm just saying, what's up? What the fuck?
I'm just saying that most NPCs in this campaign die if we spend too much time around them.
Well, right now you're here. Yeah, let's go say bye to him, huh? There are no threats on your way, and therefore I don't need to describe it in detail. When you make your ways to the front door of the of the inn, he's there tending to things, sweeping up. Hi, hello, hi.
His name was Bobby, right?
His name was never given.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it was Bobby. Yeah.
Was it really Bobby?
No, I think he might have said that as a joke. I don't know if he ever actually gave us a name.
Oh shit.
Hi, lad. What's your name again? I forgot.
What the fuck?
Bobby?
I hate you.
Did I commit to
know,
that?
Bobby.
That's not what I wrote
Campaign.
down, but if that's what I said, that's...
Just wanted to swing by and say what's up, see how you been.
Oh, things have been going really well, sir. Well, I cleaned up a lot of the mess that I made. Well, okay, I made a really big mess because I thought, well, all right, what if we could clean out some of this grout and some of the weird plague warble brickwork with some good old water and soap and scrubbing and maybe some elbow grease, you know? But it didn't work, and I just got elbow grease everywhere, and it smelled really bad because it pulled off some oils that have been secreting from the walls. So I had to clean that up with water, but water didn't do it. So oil and water just sort of trickled down, and it smelled really bad. So instead, I just tried to absorb it and dry it out. But the sun hasn't been shining very much because it's been so overcast lately. So instead, I had Carolyn swing by early in the morning, and she used a fire spell to clear out some of it, and it smells a lot better now. And that's mostly how my morning's been. How about you?
About the same. About as difficult anyway. You seem to be working very hard around here. I appreciate that, Bobby.
Of course, I have to have this place ready for any inmates who come in to have a clean, restful night of rest and relaxation.
Well, Bobby, we got something to tell you. We're going down into the mines, and we're gonna solve this whole plague thing, and you don't have to worry about this rotten hotel anymore. It'll be nice and fixed again.
Begging your pardon, but this hotel isn't rotten even in its current state. I do my best to keep this ship and shape.
Especially with
even
not Bobby working here. What the fuck are you talking about, Xander? This place is immaculate.
No.
Shut the fuck up before I shove
No.
a sword up your ass.
Kazooie, I appreciate your earnestness and your sympathy, but all the same, let's be kind to our guests here, and Xanderhall likewise. Kazooie was just defending my honor as an innkeeper, and I appreciate both of your interest in this place, but all the same, I do everything in my power to keep this place nice, and part of keeping this place nice is to keep you people from fighting one another. With that said, I hope that both of you have the best of luck in dealing with the plague. It has been, I'm not going to lie to you, sirs, the plague has been very unfortunate. It has really led to a decrease in the standard of living, not only in Mord here, but also at this here inn, which is unacceptable to me. And if you could address that, I would do everything in my power to reward you in the future.
I appreciate it, young man.
We'll be off then. It was nice checking on you, Bobby.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Actually, I have
Let's
a
go.
question. I have a question for you. Hold on. I got a question for you, lad.
Kazooie's flying away.
After we've solved this here virus, I'm gonna.
I try to remain within earshot, though.
I'm going to require a room.
Of course, sir. I'd be happy to provide you a room for any reason at any point in time.
I
This is a
appreciate
young
it,
child,
lad.
Xander. Remember. Anyway, go on.
Not giving any details. I appreciate it, lad. I just wanted to make sure I had one reserved.
Of course, sir. If you end up solving the plague as a problem, you'll be heroes to this town. Golly, it's not wouldn't even be a room. I'll just name it the Xanderhall room, sir. We can have it decorated to your liking.
It's the fuck room.
Excuse me?
I did not say that in canon. Excuse me.
Sorry.
lad, if you wanted to decorate it, could you perhaps, if you could get your hands on some candles and some smelling salts and some rose petals, just because I'd like it to be very nice.
Hen starts to grab his arm and then yank him out.
We can make some candles. There are still quite a few beasts of burden that have yet to be slaughtered over in the farmlands to the west.
Candles. Please stop bothering this poor child, please.
All right, Hen, we best get on our way.
Wait, before you go, one quick thing. Excuse me, Paladin? Why?
Yes, Bobby.
How did your hair get like that? I'm really curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to answer. I'm just really curious.
Never wash your hair.
Okay. All right. I'll take that into consideration in the future. Thank you.
You say you, Bobby.
Okay, why?
I named you.
Why is Vi talking like this?
Okay.
Did she get hit on the head during the last fight?
Yeah.
Well, like, look, okay, like, I can't be monotone. I don't know. I'm trying to find it. It's working, okay?
I'm here for it, 100%.
You do you, Queen.
Also, I totally named Bobby, by the way. Like that slipped in there. Remember how I was calling
Yeah.
every character Bob?
Yeah, I think
Now
that I
let's-
think it kind of just stuck this time. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's in canon. 10 out of 10. Would play again.
Thank you, guys.
I'm excited to get to that room after we've solved this here plague.
I'm dragging him out.
All right. With you guys on your way, you're now heading on over to the mines, which are
I have
right up here.
a thing to do
Oh, no.
when we reach the mouth of the mine.
Okay. You have reached the mouth of the mine.
I would like to ritually cast augury.
And what does augury do? Augury! By casting... do you have tokens worth at least 25 gold pieces? That's quite a bit.
Specially mark sticks, bones, or similar tokens. I would imagine so, yeah, she's a cleric.
Well, no, that would have to be something marked in your inventory, I'm afraid. 25 gold pieces is quite a bit, especially at this level.
Well, I don't need that. Worth 25 gold pieces. So it has to be that specifically?
Yes, you would have to buy that from a shop or find it elsewhere.
How much money? Where can I tell how much money I have? Because I could just give her some of my coins, right?
Well, she doesn't have the sticks, bones, or similar tokens worth
Well,
that
I
much.
assumed I definitely
Yeah.
think she would.
Well,
so,
you
like
wouldn't.
she's from like a. All right, well that's on you then.
No, it's not. That's the
You would
way
have
it
to
works.
acquire them at some point. Even
Yeah,
if you pooled your
components
money
that
together.
worth a gold value, you have to specifically seek out. They're not just
It just
part
seems
of like your
weird
cleric's
to me
pack.
that a cleric wouldn't have that for divination. at this point.
$2,500 worth of sticks, bones, or similar tokens.
I mean, yeah.
No, that is not something that most
All
clerics
right,
carry
well,
around.
give me somewhere to fucking buy them then.
I will keep that in mind. No augury cast, I am afraid. You're at the mouth of the mines that lead down, and there's actually someone there waiting for you. It's the brother. It is the brother of the person that Xanderhal has been so ardently trying to fuck. The other sorcerer who has taken the task of guarding the mines. And as you approach, he says, "Oh, hello."
Real quick, before we arrived at this point, I would have liked to fly around and just stretch my wings, just so we know.
Yeah, for sure. You're totally free too, but nothing much down to scout upon at the moment. Nothing that you notice, at least.
Go on, Xander, with your whatever you're saying.
I say, "Hello there, lad."
All right. Well, orders changed, so I guess I'm helping all of you now. Come along.
Aye.
All right. He pulls a lit torch off of one of the sconces that are set into the wall, adjacent to the entrance of the cave, and begins to head further in, gesturing for all of you to follow along. The interior of the cave, at least this portion of it, is quite wide, with a rail track running down the middle. It leads down quite a ways, and the whole while he's talking to you. So, you're all going to save the town, right?
Aye, that'd be our plan.
More or less.
And I have a pretty good celebration in mind for when I'm done, but that's my business.
You mean fucking my sister? She's been laughing about you all night.
I laugh in character.
What has she been laughing about, lad?
Listen, I'm going to keep that nice and ambiguous for you so as not to crush your hopes. We'll say it was spirited.
I say, all right, fuck it, I'm not helping your town, and I turn around and I start walking.
Can I
away
try to
from
trip
this-
him when he walks away?
You can absolutely try. Roll sleight of
I'm just-
foot.
I would say that's pretty acrobatic.
You can, or acrobatic, whatever you're feeling. That's pretty good. You can make a dex. You can do a dex save to attempt to avoid being tripped.
I'm just gonna accept the trip and just fall
Yeah,
down.
you
get
just
up and-
fucking face plant. You just hit your face right into the fucking, right into the rail cart fucking metal.
My
the
soul is
track.
drained at this point. I want to just run into the portal so I can die and go to the fucking to the ethereal plane, the astral plane,
plane.
and just fucking stay there. I don't want to come
This
back.
is the simpest simp I have ever.
True.
Oh
I've been on
no!
Xander in character this whole time to try to break him out of it, make him go full Volcel, but you know, we try.
Right. See, that's why I was trying to be ambiguous. Come on now, saving the town's this way. We can't
Alright,
save
Dad.
the town. We have, the plague and all that. So lovely to have some clean folks come on by. Have any of you been in the mines? Not these mines, I'm sorry. The mines general before. Have you been in mines?
Well,
I
I'm
doubt
from-
Kazooie has.
I nod.
I be from the Underdark, so I've been to a lot of caves and things like that. So it shouldn't be any different from what I'm used to.
That pounds. You've probably been in more caves than I have. Yeah, so you definitely count. Exelia?
Caves, yeah. Not so much mines.
What about you? Why?
Nay.
Same answer. But
Well, they're pretty simple. I mean, obviously, try not to hit your head and all that. But we had this place outfitted pretty well a few years back before everything went to shit. He leads you over to one of the downward tunnels of the mine shaft. It's just a straight shot down, and there's a cart, a rather large one, almost a basket, hanging in suspension over the empty space, which continues down far enough that even those of you with dark vision can't see its base. Essentially, he's pointing at an elevator, albeit a manual one. And he says... I don't know if you've tried this before, but get in. This is how we get to the lower levels. We have to go quite a way down.
Aye, well, off we go then.
He steps on along with the rest of you and then begins to operate the mechanism, which is essentially a lever that unhitches one of the ropes that is attached to the pulley system, that begins to allow us to descend by switching the amount of weight placed on the counterweight. And you guys begin to lower. And he has to keep his hand on the lever the entire time because letting go would cut all the weight from the counterweight and you guys would instantly plummet to your death. So he's slowly, lowering you
Maybe
guys down at an appropriate rate. And you can see the branching paths that cut out into the mountainside. Many of them are dark as sin. They haven't been lit, their torches haven't been lit in quite a long time. So they just look like black voids spotting the interior of the mine, which is pretty spooky. But eventually, after descending maybe 100, 200 feet, it's quite a while, you land down at the bottommost
Is there
layer.
nothing like written on the walls or anything as we go down? People
no.
here have druidic and thieves' cant.
No, not along these walls, not where you're descending. But eventually, you do reach the bottommost portion of the mine shaft, and things spread out into this large sort of operational area where there are mine carts that are stacked up against the wall in a neat file, and tracks that lead down into branching pathways, and desks and tables that have requisition orders and storage and what have you. There's still quite a bit of metal down here, in fact. There's iron and copper, and there are even a few what seem to be specks of stone that contain silver in them that are stacked, unkept, uncounted, on the far side of the wall. He turns towards the five of you after stepping off the elevator and says, "All right, come along now, or you'll get lost. I mean, I would if I hadn't already done all this before."
Follow close behind him. I got my dark vision, so I'm able to see, I assume, pretty well.
Yeah, you can see better than he can, in fact. He leads you on down one of the passageways, and written along... Yes?
On our way, I still have the note from the dude. On the back of it, I'm going to be drawing the ways we take.
Oh, good idea. Okay, then I will say that you're making a note of the...
Yeah, I'm making a map.
Yeah, because it is quite labyrinthine. Anyway, as you pass through, you pass by the desk with the information on it. You pass past a sign that gives kind of a rough skeletal description of the passageways and what they lead to, you know, like mine shaft or like 17-3 or shit like that. But you're leading through, and at a point, the man stops and he says, Okay. I think this is as far as I can go before they spot me. He turns towards the 5 of you. We're not entirely sure how it works, but it seems like the people on the other side have a limited awareness of things that come near the portal. And if I came near the portal with you, then it would indicate that I'm helping you, and we're really trying to keep things as quiet as we can. Let me think. Points of advice. Oh, right. Things get a little weird closer to the portal. Nothing dangerous, really. Not on this end. On the other end, yes, but I've never been there, you know. Just watch your step. And any questions?
Well, I had all my questions answered by Orthus. Anyone else here got a question?
Yay.
I've just
All
been
right.
preening my feathers.
I shake my head. Yeah.
Okay,
I look
good.
over at Y incredulously.
No. Delightful. I didn't want to have to answer any questions anyway. I know almost nothing. I just protect the minds, as I'm told. Okay, so good luck, Godspeed, and if you come back, then I guess then my sister will sleep with you, Xanderhal. So what a wonderful incentive for you to continue and press on forward and make it out of here alive, right?
My face is now beaming. I turn and I bolt in the direction of the portal.
Oh my god. Okay, go after him. He'll die on his own. Not that I mind that much. Go on.
I very slowly walk in the same
Yeah, I
direction.
keep moving forward at a pretty normal
Pretty
pace.
reasonable
I'll
pace.
just keep walking forward. He's already setting off the traps, so
Well,
bye.
well, I'm not running. I'm like I'm walking briskly.
walk.
Pussy shit. Sprint straight into the
Pussy
portal.
shit, sprint
I'm
for it
briskly
like a
bolting.
king.
Dive
I'm briskly walking in a bolt of sorts.
He
Set off the traps. That's fine.
He turns away and begins to head back, so it's on you guys now. Xanderhal, you're leading the way, and you notice shortly after beginning your bolt that the cave walls around you are oriented slightly differently than they were before. Everything before was laid out pretty cleanly, professionally bored, flat floors, but now things are getting a little bit more circular. The ground is rounding up somewhat, and the stone is jutting outwards in almost these in stalagmite patterns that make them difficult to walk around. The jutting up portions of the floor are actually overlapping over what used to apparently be a minecart track, which means that things have sort of grown over here. The walls begin to contort and bend inward. Everything is still walkable, but only after having progressed for a little while longer do you realize, as turning back to the rest of your party mates, Xanderhal, that you are currently standing on the wall. You're 90 degrees oriented around.
I don't think this be that spell you casted on me earlier. Wait, who casted that spell that lets me walk in walls
Me.
earlier? Was Exilia?
Yeah.
Exilia, I don't think this is that spell that you casted on me earlier. Something is wrong here.
I guess we're beginning to see what that elf was talking about.
Aye. Well, onward we go then. Actually, wait, no. Can I roll perception to get like a better idea of what's going on here? Can I spot any traps or anything like that?
Yeah, certainly. That's always a very wise thing to do when entering new situations. Yeah.
I will do the same
Perception.
once he's done. Trash. Even
Ooh,
worse.
Trash.
Wow.
Oh, Big Mouth Kazooie talking a lot of shit, offering up a lot of lip.
Hey.
Exilia,
There we go.
you're taking it to task. Exilia, the walls are bending almost as though like a god had reached down and like squeezed and malformed the interior of this tunnel in some weird distorted shape, as though like the interior of a pipe or a tube had just been wrenched and pulled up and apart and such and such. It looks quite, well, fucked, really. And the further down you go, the more the gravity, the distortion warbles, and your orientation of things changes a little bit.
Can I make a religion roll at some point?
You certainly can, though there's no religious iconography anywhere near you.
I just want to see if I can get any vibes.
Gotcha.
Vibe check.
I'll let you know. That would be a perception thing, though. Religion is more of a no vibes.
I don't know anything.
You don't know
No
shit.
gods here. God is dead in here. We're fine.
you stand there and you take a look around. I'm an atheist now.
Yeah, fuck soul. See, Jesus.
You continue to
You don't
head on
say-
down.
Wait, you didn't say that in character, did you?
No.
Okay, good.
The further down you go, the more warbled things get, the more distorted gravity is, and after a little while, you find it. You find it. It's obvious what it is. It's apparently a silver pool. You're still heading down a tunnel, and the tunnel begins to dip slowly into the earth. It descends at a slight decline. And it looks almost as though that portion of the tunnel, which has descended into the earth, has been flooded. Which happens all the time in caves, except this time it's not water. It is a perfectly iridescent, flawlessly smooth surface of almost translucent silver that glimmers in the faint torchlight with a majestic and deeply unsettling allure.
Is this where Orthus
I want to go over
jacks
to it.
off?
And I want to touch it.
You touch it, and your fingers at first, as though you're poking a non-Newtonian fluid, the whole surface of the liquid pushes down with you, like you're pushing a tarp on top of it. But eventually your fingers break into it, and you instantly feel a chill numbing. It's deeply cold, and you don't even feel it on the surface of your skin. You feel it inside your fingers too. When you pull your fingers away, the surface snaps back to its previous form. There are no traces of the liquid left on your fingers.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna wrap my loose I forget the term for it. A loose sash around my like exposed midriff because it's cold, and kind of hike up my sleeve things and fucking jump in.
Oh shit.
Just going for it.
Okay, that will warrant some description. What do the remainder of you do?
I follow behind her and I dolphin dive into that shit.
After those two jumps, I start to wade into the odd non-Newtonian fluid.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just waltz in.
fair.
I do a regular walk in.
Okay. Hen and Xanderhall took the better option. The three of you that came in more slowly, hoo boy is that shit cold. As you enter the liquid, the chill that you feel isn't just down to your bone, it permeates the physical self. The cold you feel is existential. And those of you who weighed in had to deal with it a little while longer than those of you who just fucking dived in, Hen and Xanderhall, but the same thing happens to all of you. As you are submerged in the portal to the astral plane, the overwhelming cold, the chill, bores through your body, and you feel, in a spiritual sense, death. You feel yourselves die. Now, mind you, souls only go to the Silver Sea when they're untethered to a body. You're still attached to your body, but you are dead nonetheless. Not rotting, biologically functional, but dead. Your soul is clinging to essentially a living corpse. And that's
Okay,
fine.
So I'm not changed.
You're not changed, no. Everything remains the same, but in an existential sense, you experience death. You not only do you experience the sensation of death, you pass through the portal, and a cataclysm of existential knowledge passes through your mind. See, there are secrets that are kept from the living that are awarded freely to the dead. It's just how the universe works. The dead are expected to know certain things, but the dead can't go and ask someone on the street, so they're just told. The universe just fills them in. Several puzzle pieces that perhaps have ailed at the minds of the living are instantly solved in your minds. A holistic understanding of the cycle of life and death is immediately made clear to you. Knowledge of what happens to your soul, the existential permanence of death, the nature of infinity, these things are, at least to the limit of your mortal mind, made clear. It is a deeply unsettling and overwhelming realization that that mortal minds are simply not meant to do. What is that clacking noise?
That was me cracking my knuckles. I apologize.
No worries. That mortal minds are simply not meant to have to deal with. But eventually you come out the other end. You fall out the other end. Quite hard.
Oh, we went. Oh
actually.
shit, we went into an ender portal apparently.
You plop, and you hit your ass on something that feels like a cold, sandy ground. The chill in your body quickly fades away and is replaced by a much more conventional and altogether still very unpleasant cold. The place you're in is just cold. You fall and hit your ass, the five of you together at varying times, and you are now in a tunnel.
Before I hit my ass, can I try to stabilize myself?
Not a chance. You had like
God
a quarter-second window. I'm afraid even your glorious butt's getting smacked this time.
I'm pissed.
Now
All right.
you look even sillier.
You are in a cave. There's that silvery portal directly above you, still clinging to the ceiling, like some gravity-reversed puddle after rainfall. Still silver, still beautiful. But the cave system you're in is not like the one you were in before. Before, you were very far in, very deep in a conventional, well, ore mine. But now, the cave you're in is tinged grayish blue. It's light. There's light pouring from the outside. You're not deep into a cave at all. You're no more than 30 feet from the entrance to the cave. In fact, there is light streaming from the outside, from which all you can see right now is a deep, deep blue sky. What do you guys do?
How far up is the portal we plopped out of?
It's very close. It's like maybe 8 feet off the ground. Orthus would be like have his head in it, you know, if he was standing up straight on the cave floor.
So could I reasonably fly back into it if I wanted to?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. I'll just see what I can perceive in the area. I'll look around without going very far. Can't see shit. Peck the ground a little bit. Anyway, who wants to go next?
I can give you a bit with a 7 perception.
Sure.
The cave walls are a mixture of bluish-gray rock and whitish-blue that look almost like bone. It functions like rock. It has those same like weird, craggy, kind of bumpy, uncomfortable outcroppings you would expect from a rock cave. But the color and actual physical texture are very not rock-like. Again, astral plane, literally a different plane of existence. Beyond that, though, the only thing of which you make note is the fact that the ground in this cave has been treaded many times. There are actually scuff marks down the center of the cave pathway that lead to where you are currently, the entrance to the portal.
I would like to do two things.
Mm-hmm.
One is begin attempting to draw another map of our path. And two is take out a candle, light it, and drip some of the wax on the floor underneath the portal. And occasionally, as we walk, I will be doing that.
Okay, you're free to do both of those things without any associated skill checks.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna use up at least 2 of my candles, and then tell me.
Gotcha.
10 with the 5.
Because I have 10.
2 candles would get you a long way.
Okay, that's what I figured.
What'd you say, Sanderhall?
I said hen with the 5 head strat here.
Yeah, I should have been a ranger. Fuck.
What would you guys like to do next?
I see light at the end of the cave. I say we go out and see what's out there. It kinda looks pretty.
You know, I think
There's
that's a,
no
that's a
other-
I think that's a pretty good idea. I don't really know what else we can do. Just stuck in this cave here.
Go for it. And roll
I'll
perception.
go along with whatever, but I definitely won't be going first.
I'm walking.
Okay.
I'm walking. I'll go. I'll find my god. I'll see y'all.
Yeah, I'm walking with hen. Me and her are on our way out.
Exilia, that's a pretty good roll of 16. How about we roll with that one, huh? Unless somebody gets something even higher. You walk to the end of this little cave, and you step out into the beaming light, and you see, for the first time in your life, you see something that most mortal adventurers will never see in their lives. We're switching now to Kazooie. You suck, Exilia. Kazooie sees something most mortal adventurers would never see in their entire lives. They see something that is typically reserved for the passages of myth and legend. They see something that most people see last. You gaze out upon the Silver Sea, Kazooie. The infinite, ever-stretching void of death that has encompassed all the souls to have ever passed throughout all time that had no ties to any other dimensions, which is most of them. Untold, probably trillions, quadrillions of entities reside within the Silver Sea. There is no knowledge of what lies beneath it. When the dead are resurrected, they return with no memory of the Silver Sea. All that is known from the communication with spirits is that it is, generally speaking, pleasant down there. But what's more important than the Silver Sea itself is what's directly beneath your feet, because you are on an island. The Silver Sea is just that. It can be traversed as one, and there are islands to break up its mass. And there is an enormous, perhaps from what you are able to see from the edge of the cave entrance, miles, kilometers wide island that is situated in the Silver Sea. And on that island, industry unparalleled. You see a factory that looks like it shouldn't have been invented yet. Massive steel bars bending 80, 100 feet into the air to contain hangars and docking facilities. Dozens of people working on long belts that move of their own accord. You see people manufacturing guns. This is all below you, 2,000 feet down maybe, but this facility is enormous. And what you see, even closer to you than that, is an amphitheater. And at the center of that amphitheater is a collection of spirits that are playing a jaunty tune. And that tune is ringing out across the entirety of the island. You were insulated from its sound when you were in the cave, but now it rings as clearly in your ears as the voice of one of your compatriots would. It's the sound of drums and horns and trumpets and keys. There's a whole theater down there, and it is teeming with thousands of dead. They wouldn't look dead if you didn't know they weren't already. You can see them down there. The citizens of Mordhill. Some of them are dancing, some of them are singing, some of them are twirling around, but most of them are working to that beat. And at the center of the amphitheater, atop the highest stage from which the loudest music is procured, is the conductor. You can see him down there. He's big enough, even at that distance. It's pretty clear what you're looking at. 11 feet tall, horned, bone, shape of a werewolf. He's huge. And what's more, he's not boned in the same way anymore. He used to be a skeleton. Now, there's meat on him. A head, at least. portions of the arm and torso and chest. He's partially skeletoned, like a decaying corpse. And he's conducting this theater, conducting this parade of thousands of dead, most of whom are tasked with working. The scope of their construction is unfathomable. Most of the factory that you see, most of this facility is being tasked with the production of things that are unrecognizable to you. Some of them you can see firearms. But there are other things too. You can see treads of leather being lashed together around wheels that are jointed to the side of enormous iron contraptions, giant barrels, steel drums, large enough to fit within them 20 men, with cannons on top of them. You can see every manner of contraption being assembled down there in lockstep with the beat of that music, guards patrolling. And after taking all of this in for a little while, this enormous complex that stretches across almost the entirety of the island, accessible to you now if you were to walk down the trail next to the mountainside, you see this place's guardian. Because overlooking the entirety of all of this, overlooking the entire mountain facility, rearing now around the side of a mountain, is this island's guardian, a skeleton, a titan. Over 100 feet tall. You see it coming around when its hand buries itself into the mountainside and it begins to walk around the mountain that you are currently situated within. It carefully steps around the facilities. It's not the skeleton of any creature you've ever seen. Its ribcage reaches from just below its collarbone to past its hip bone. It has 4 arms. Its head is long and bulbous. It has many eye sockets, and it is overwhelmingly large, as is the weapon it's dragging behind it, a club. That is what you see when you look out of the cave system, when you look out across the island. A massive complex, music, revelry, and industry, being overlooked by a titanous giant and by the conductor.
I turn to my I turn to my compatriots here and I say, well, I'm gonna need to take a stop somewhere to clean out my trousers, but this reminds me of the open sea, so I like it.
Looks like a party.
Well, the giant skeleton has made Xanderhall shit himself.
Am I able to fly throughout here? I'm not going to yet, but
You wouldn't
are
know
there any
until you
penalties
try.
for flying? Okay.
No shame in shitting yourself, Sanderhall.
Yeah, giant skeleton dude. Yeah.
I was about to ask Xander if he had invisibility, but I forgot he's not a magic class.
I'm just a swashbuckler rogue. I just do the stabby slashy slashy.
Am I reasonably able to attempt to fly without drawing attention to myself?
You could try within the cave, but you guys are
'Cause, like,
actually in a pretty precarious position yourselves. Everything you can see could see you if they were looking hard enough.
Oh well, shit. I'm not gonna try then. Fuck.
Gotcha.
So, what's the plan, team?
Well,
Okay.
I reckon that so we're like up on a mountain, right? On this island, looking down at everything.
Yeah, there's a you're near the peak of the island. There's a cave in that peak, a small one that you're peeking out of currently. There's a mountain trail that leads down to the flatlands of the island on which these settlements are built.
I mean, like, all I can think we do is we go down to the settlements, right? I reckon we got no choice but to go down to the settlements down there and see if we talk to somebody, if they attack us.
That sounds like a good way to, I don't know, probably get killed. Who
Probably.
knows if these people, you can even talk to them at this point. They seem pretty corral. Do you remember trying to talk to the dwarf initially?
Well, to be honest with you, I have no idea what we would do otherwise.
Well, I think we could at least go scout it out.
All right, then we'll look through these. So I'm getting like the idea that this is like a tropical island, right?
Well, it's not tropical by any means. It's quite barren with bluish, grayish rock. But it is indeed an island. But there's no like foliage here.
Okay,
No
I was
foliage
gonna
at all.
ask,
No,
yeah?
no jungle. No forest.
In the astral plane?
Yeah.
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay, then in that case, if there's rocks, then I suppose we just look around and we hide behind the rocks to scout out the area. That's my plan. I say that. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
I was just gonna walk up to him, so I don't know.
Oh.
If y'all are sneaking, I'll sneak. But I was just gonna go up.
I see no reason
Um,
not to sneak around.
Yeah, I feel like it might actually be a pretty bad idea not to sneak.
I mean, Titans, fucking conductor, they're all here. Everyone that we know about that's been terrifying is here. I feel like sneaking's a pretty
Yeah,
Good
but I
idea.
mean, like, can we really sneak around them though? Like, is that
Yeah,
realistic?
we can try.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try at least. I'm not gonna wave my arms and say, "Hey, look at me."
I vote for. I'll do what y'all want to do, but I vote for walking up to him.
I'm gonna say.
I'll
but if
sneak
we
I
for
vote
as
for
much as I
sneaking.
can.
Yeah, if we get
I-
found out, we get found out.
I have
Also,
a
me and White
suggestion.
are both are wearing heavy armor, which means we get a disadvantage on
sneak rolls,
stealth
correct,
rolls.
yeah.
Oh,
So
that's true. So okay,
Well, you guys right
raise
now
your-
are literally over 1,000 feet away from the settlement. You're still up in the cave on top of the mountain.
Yeah, I feel like we should probably try to sneak as close as we can and then give up when we're fucked.
All right, yeah, I'm down. Let's sneak up.
Wait, before we go, Kazooie, do you still have that gun you found?
Why, yes, I do.
I'm curious that. Oh, I don't want to destroy it by accidentally, but we are in a different plane now.
Aye, perhaps
Well, I've
we
just
can
had a
touch-
cloth wrapped around it. I didn't expect to ever have to actually use it, and I don't have any ammunition either. Unless I can find ammunition, then maybe we can use it, but right now it's just kind of a thing I have.
There are 2
Yeah, but
shots
this
in the
isn't in-
pistol.
Oh, wait, really? Since fucking when, Vosh?
The gun wasn't fired. You found
Yeah,
the gun.
when you found
Okay,
it.
dude.
No,
Also,
I
isn't-
remember when you found it. It was still loaded.
Isn't this
don't
the factory that actually makes those? I
That's
assume
my
there's
assumption.
ammunition here too. But if we find out that we can use it here, I don't know. It could be very useful.
Oh, should I fucking
Yeah.
touch it then? See if it disintegrates in my hands.
I kind of think you should.
All right. I'll hold it in the cloth as I have. And then I'll just fucking touch the top of it.
Feels like cold steel.
Nice.
Oh shit.
So now the question is, out of character, how the fuck could these normies up top use it without it going away?
That's
A very
good
interesting question, my friend.
Yeah.
Aye, we don't know. All right, I say we sneak down to this facility and see what we can see. But try.
I assume. Wait, real quick, Vosh. Would firing these pistols, would this be a magic weapon? Would
That
it
is
deal
an-
magic damage?
That is an excellent question. You have no way of knowing the answer to that question right now. The guns are
either
undeniably
Exilia-
magic.
Either Exilia or Hen, would they be able to decipher or figure anything out?
They would
Okay.
be able to, using detect magic, determine whether or not the gun itself is magic, to which the answer is yes. However,
Mhm.
whether or not the fact that it is magic confers it the magical weapons property would be a matter of trial and error.
Okay,
we
either
got
way.
hit with it though. No.
Either
so, like,
way.
we would know.
It is magical, the weapon itself.
Yeah.
But we got shot. No?
Well, yeah, people did take damage from it, but I don't know if you'd be able to reasonably discern what kind of damage you took.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure. That's up to Vosh to decide.
There can also be magical piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning damage if done with a magical weapon. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be like psychic or force or thunder damage or anything.
All right. Either way, Xander, seems like you're pretty fucking useless in this plane, as we've heard. I'll give you this gun. It's got 2 bullets in it. Try not to miss.
I appreciate it, my friend. All right, so you gotta add that to my character sheet thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Clockwork pistol.
I'll get rid of it in mine. See how nice I am?
No idea how much damage it would do, and
Nope.
I guess I can add that at next session. You know, just there we go. How much does it weigh?
God, like 2 pounds? I don't know.
All right, shouldn't be too much. All right, there we go.
Well, plus you want to add it to like your attacks and spellcasting, you know?
Well, like, but
You just
do I
manually roll it if he is to use it this time around.
Okay.
Yeah. I only got 2 bullets, so even then, it's only like 2 manual rolls, even if we do use it this session.
Blat. All right. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, what to get?
I think it's about time we
Ooh,
started sneaking to the facility.
Sneaky breaky.
Good
Okay.
luck.
For you to do that, you would have to, you would have to begin by carefully making your way down the mountainside. The bare rock face, because there's no foliage, it's pretty sparse. It's not particularly good sneaking material. However, the incline of the mountain slope is sufficient and the paths wide enough that if you kept near to the base of the mountain and were careful, you would be pretty much obscured from the sight of those below. Not, mind you, the sight of the titanic creature, which is making its rounds around the island as we speak.
I'm gonna be casting guidance whenever I need to make a check.
Gotcha. I'll keep
So-
that in mind.
Interesting. Okay. I guess we'll just keep sneaking.
Yeah, so
I got nothing to do.
keep it going. Now I'm going to be rolling to see what happens, because that's how fucking D&D
Fate
works.
rolls.
Fate rolls.
Also, I just want to say that Vosh has made the skeleton war real, except they have guns, and that's real fucked.
That's a
I
good
am
thing.
terrified of what is going to happen to us here. I'm gonna be honest.
As you begin to make your way down the mountainside, it's a while that you'll need to traverse it before you can go down the entirety of its length. It's rather large mountain. Also, you have to be sneaky, which does impede your speed somewhat. You are, up until this point at least, successful in avoiding detection, even from the titanically large skeleton, which makes its way around. Every time it seems within eye shot, you crouch behind a boulder or an outcropping of rock, or you're just very, very still. And to this point, you have mostly evaded detection. You're on your way down, maybe halfway down the path before you hit the flatlands where the facilities are built, before you encounter something. I said you
Good champ,
remained
mate.
mostly
Sorry.
undetected. You are heading your way down the path when you hear a from behind you.
Sandra?
Kazooie, what do you say, Kazooie? I turn
Was it
behind
me, sir?
There
What
is
the
a
hell?
fat white raven that is chilling atop one of the boulders that you just passed around. It fluttered down behind you.
Is it speaking any kind of language when it makes those sounds, or is it just literal bird sounds?
No, it's literal bird sounds, but it quickly follows it up. Hey! What are you all doing here?
Oh, hello.
Hello there. We're big chillin'. We're just hanging out.
Big chillin', nice. We don't get visitors from the material plane that often.
My name's Xander Hall. What's your name?
I know your name's Xander Hall. I'm a sentry,
know.
that's my job. My name
Oh.
Oh, wait, I can't tell you my name. I'm breaking the rules by talking to you. If I tell you and you tell them, I get in trouble. I'm the big fat white raven.
Why would we tell anybody?
What?
You seem like a nice guy.
Oh,
Why
of
would
course,
we?
I'm the nicest guy around. I don't know. You could be compelled to do so. Maybe you feel it would give you an advantage. You could be tortured. Somebody could cast Zone of Truth underneath you. God only knows what could happen to you. I'm just looking out for myself.
I understand. So why have you confronted us here?
Oh,
Are you
you're
going
you're
to
all
stop us?
Oh yeah, you're all going to die if you keep doing what you're doing. Yeah.
What is it we're doing?
Well, you're getting closer to the facility, that's the big problem, actually.
Why can't we go there?
Well, because the facility is owned, operated, and staffed exclusively by people who have orders to kill anyone who arrives to stop what's going on. So that would be the 5 of you, and I don't know
How could
well
you possibly know our intentions?
Oh, because I have contacts on the other side, of course. Haven't you talked to the what does he call himself? The informant?
Never heard of him.
Oh.
Who? How about this? What is happening here has anything to do with the plague the people of Mordhill are inflicted with? Our only goal is to stop them from dying, and if we can do that without interfering with what you're doing here, what you're doing here is none of our business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can help you with all of that. I actually know pretty much everything that you don't, but this isn't a really safe place for us to talk. How about you finish making your way down the mountainside, and then I'll take you to a place where you and I can have ourselves a more strategic conversation. We can decide where to move forward from here.
Why are
can I-
you acting helpful?
Insight check.
Insight check. I
Yeah,
don't
me
know.
too.
He sounds a little sketchy here. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. Let me just was it the
Bam, bam,
investigation
bam.
or what?
That would be insight. That's why she said insight check.
I also ask him why he's helping us.
Yes. Why? 12 insight. The bird is being duplicitous.
Birds.
The bird responds to you, Hen, and says, "Why do I want to
Oh
help
shit!
you?"
Wait.
Huh?
Bird to bird.
Oh shit! Bird to
I've
bird
been
insight
salting.
check. The 19. He is being duplicitous, but he is not being outwardly malicious.
So he could just be reserving his words because he doesn't want to let us know too much right now for his own sake, maybe.
Hen, could you repeat the question that you asked?
Why are you offering to help us if you said you already broke the rules by speaking to us?
Yeah, well, because I'm not any more happy about this island being here than you are. I mean, it's supposed to be a sea. Not an
Yes, that's what I
archipelago.
thought.
Mm-hmm. But there's an island here. And there are bad things
Nice.
happening on the island.
Aye, so your job is to keep what's happening on this island happening?
No. Wait, who do you think I'm a sentry for?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue. Who are you a sentry for?
A sentry for the Raven Queen, dumbass.
We don't have to get mean here, but tell me about
Idiot.
this. Tell me about this Raven Queen. I'm sure Kazooie here might already know, but I don't.
You would probably know.
You would know about
just
the Raven
saying.
Queen.
Everyone knows about the Raven Queen.
I can fill
Oh,
you in
okay,
if you would
okay.
like.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to sound like a dumbass. Just tell me.
The Raven
Sorry.
Queen is literally the Queen of Death. She guards over the Silver Sea and the astral plane to make sure that the dead go where they need to go. She's one of the most powerful entities in the multiverse.
Okay, so all right, nice.
Uh,
Well, in that case, I want to ask him. So the Raven Queen does not like what's happening here, I assume.
Oh, no. God, no.
Interesting. So, in that case, why wouldn't she do something about it, or have someone else do something about it?
Well, that's the problem. And again, we really do need to get a move on because we will eventually be spotted if we're caught stalking here. But the astral plane is infinitely large. The Raven Queen does not have the ability to move across it at her will. She travels as she can. Her closest advisors and soldiers have already arrived here to try to deal with the problem, but the interlocutors have weapons that are capable of dealing with us for the most part. This is a pretty secure little island. So how about we bring you off this mountain and towards a place where you can be of use to us and to yourselves without getting everyone here killed?
Aye, it seems that would be best. And I look over to you guys. I'm like, yeah, we let's just follow him. Like yeah, let's go.
Probably the best.
Okay, so here's why I stopped you here. Continuing down the mountainside from this point forward is a really bad idea. There is very little cover, and as you get closer to the ground, the amphitheater becomes more able to view your position. And whereas the titanic bone creature walking around is not particularly perceptive, I promise you the conductor is. So instead what you should do, and the raven points with its wing at the edge of the cliffside, is slide down this way. Only hurt a little, I promise.
All right then. And I sit down and I start sliding down that cliffside.
Oh, you really just instantly decide to go for it? Okay.
I trust this bird. This bird seems like he's a cool dude.
I want to
Sounds like you.
watch. I want to watch as Xander Hall goes all the way down.
Xanderhall, you slide your bare ass on the craggy rock.
Bear. Oh fuck.
Bare. Xanderhall takes his pants off and puts his bare ass on the rock.
Wow.
And slides down the crag and gets credit carded by all of the rocky outcroppings. Just truly sliced up. You just fucking pile down the fucking mountainside. It's a long trip
Craigasm.
too, but thankfully it's a fairly shallow one. You, after perhaps 35 seconds of agonizing ass scraping torment, reach the end, having sustained, let's say 8 slashing damage from sliding down the face of a mountain. You're lucky you didn't break a leg.
Okay, buddy. All right, hold on. How much was it? Like 8?
8, yeah.
All right.
So now that that genius has taken this route, do you have any other routes that you would think might be better than that?
Oh yeah, totally. I was joking. I don't know why I went for that. Actually,
You'd be surprised.
there's a magical path through the mountain that I could take. No, I'm kidding. You have to go down too. Not you, Kazooie. You can just fly.
I'll take off my outer coat and I'll lay it on the ground so that I can slide down.
Nice. All right, absolutely. You take, for your troubles and foresight, no damage, because unlike Xanderhall, who took his pants off,
I didn't take my pants off. I just
Fucking
slid down.
poggers.
before he
I don't know,
slid
Even
down.
without taking them off, you'd still take them.
Yeah, not 8. It would be like 2. I had
You don't
leather
know
armor
that.
on. Okay. I don't know why he just like fucking. Listen, I'll accept it because it was a funny. Okay. But,
Leather
like,
assless chaps for the sex fiend,
Yeah.
Xanderhall.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true. It's true. You're not wrong.
When you take your cape off, everyone can see. What about you, Hen and Y?
I just
How
walk
many?
down the fucking.
Huh?
I was waiting
just
for my
want-
Nervosa.
Yeah, I just walk down the fucking mountain.
Can you walk down?
I mean, if I can't, then we.
Do you have a shield? Maybe you could ride that like a cert. Like
That's what I was gonna do.
boogie
Oh,
board.
fucking legless style.
That's what I was gonna do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do have a shield. Yeah. Slip slide McGee.
Roll athletics for me.
God damn it. I have a
Hold
blanket
on.
too. This is some bullshit.
Hey!
Shit.
She does a
Fucking
flip.
Legolas white
Yeah.
power sliding down the edge of the mountainside, fucking rocking it. Holy shit. Your shield doesn't even get scuffed. You just plow on through. It's
It
amazing.
was like a 360.
Yeah. Turned to fucking what was that snowboarding game? Shaun White's
I don't know SSX Tricky, but that's old as shit.
Yeah, that's what that's what I was thinking. And what about you, Hen?
How many heads does Solstice have again? Is this 5 or 7?
It's 7.
Okay. I'm going to say to the bird, as everyone else heads down, as a sentry for a god, you wouldn't happen to, I don't know, you seem traveled. You wouldn't have happened to see a massive snake man, 7 heads.
What are you talking about?
Anywhere?
What do you mean, man? He's a god.
Snake. Yes, god.
Do you think I don't know the names of the deities in the astral plane?
Are
you making fun of me?
I know he's rather small compared to the rest, but sure.
Are you a devotee?
Yes.
Well, why do you ask?
Oh, because it's not often you see the astral plane, and it's not often that your god is there.
Hold on. Why needs to be right back. I assume that she would want us to continue in her absence, but we're going to frustrate her by waiting so she can feel guilty when she comes back.
To ease her guilt, I'm also going to be right back.
Okay, dude.
All right. Well, in that case,
Oh man, are we doing another piss break? All right.
I mean, I don't know how much longer we're playing for this session. Like,
Not for
long-
much longer. It's always 5
Alright.
minutes before.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
like-
figured.
Yeah, so like, you know how whenever you kind of have to piss, but it's not enough that it's worth getting up for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, it's like I could, but it's like
I'll
if I'm
chill.
gonna get up to pee, like I gotta be at the point where it's like it hurts, you know?
One second.
Bosh, Ian,
Yes?
what are you playing games after this?
Yeah, why not?
Would you be at all?
Why do you
could
want
we-
chicken nuggets so badly?
I just want chicken nuggets. I don't know. I just want them.
I don't...
Nuggies.
If I leave, I lose like 150 viewers.
Wait, but you usually take a break.
Not a chicken nugget break.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes.
It's not 10 minutes. Where do you want to go?
To McDonald's.
That's a
They're like
25-minute break minimum.
Mm.
Why do you want chicken nuggets so badly? Which one of you people in
I
chat?
just want them. I just want them. I just want them. That's it. It's
Well,
not deep.
1 second. Hold on.
Why did Vosh put us away to look at Destiny?
Wait, hold on. Wait, shut up.
Okay, I think this person is black.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Okay, we're back.
The meme that
I-
Vosh was looking at. It's pretty good.
What meme was it? I don't.
Don't worry about it. Don't tell him. Nobody tell him Pepe left.
No,
He
don't
doesn't know.
tell him. Nobody say.
So you're not gonna tell me?
You can rewatch
What
the
a
vlog.
fucking liar, dude! What a fucking liar, dude! Literally lying.
Just right click the stream and hit copy like timestamp. I don't understand.
All right, let's hold up.
Why
Let's
help
him?
him?
Let's hold
Cringe.
the fucking session.
Okay, let me hear about my snake man.
Yeah. Hen, what were you doing?
I was asking the Raven and he asked me if I'm a devotee, and I said yes.
He doesn't have anything else to say after that.
Okay, so I will say then. So, have you not seen Solstice?
What, in person? Like, once. Just once.
Does he move around? Or, I don't know. This place doesn't seem to have marked off areas.
The astral plane?
Yes.
No, the astral plane doesn't have marked off areas. No, Solstice doesn't get around much, considering he's chained to a post and flayed eternally for his sins, atonement being brought forth from every drop he pours into the Silver Sea. I do not believe that he gets around that much.
She nods. So, do you know where I could find him?
Well, if you turn around and continue walking or swimming, I suppose, for 40, maybe 50,000 years, probably somewhere in that general direction.
She nods. Makes sense.
Sorry,
I'd be
silly
so-
priestess. It's not happening.
I'm sorry you won't get to meet your god.
You're not there.
You're not near me, but
Hen's still up top.
I yell from the bottom of the cliff because
No,
can
you
I
don't.
hear them
No,
talking?
no, not even close. You're very far away.
So I'm busy nursing my shredded asshole.
Yes. Yeah.
A typical evening.
Yeah.
No
Ooh.
pants, pig punch.
Poo-poo puncher.
Used to be.
God.
Gosh, you sound like
Someone pop a balloon?
you sound like you're a fucking like a cup of like a cup of soda. Someone's like trying to slurp the last of it out from between the ice cubes.
All right.
all right. I'll nod and I'll say thank you for your help, and then I'll sit on my shield and slide down.
All right. That just leaves you, Kazooie.
What?
Just gonna fly down.
What's up?
You.
Yeah, I'll fly near the sentry boy.
All right. The sentry and you take flight to head on down, unburdened by the limitations of gravity.
Imagine not being able to fly. My face one.
As you guys make it all down there, you're sort of sequestered into a nook of the mountainside that isn't visible to the encampment, nor is the encampment visible to you. It branches out the mountain all across the island, and the raven, now that you've reached the bottom, says, "Okay, can really go for it now," and shapeshifts into the form of what appears to be a dead elf. Gray skin, no pupils, white eyes, white hair with flecks of black, not decaying in any way, shape, or form, but undeniably a corpse. And he's a thin, lithe thing. I mean, like 5'4", skinny, effete. With oddly specific clothing, leather doublet that's undone in the front, revealing the chest and abdominals, along with leather pants and belts that are entirely too numerous and too fancy to be entirely for practical purposes. And he stretches, rearing his arms up, and says, "Okay, all right, hey, we good to get going?"
Aye. So somewhere in this crevice we can discuss what's going on here.
Well, actually, not really me. I'm just the sentry. I'm not really qualified for these sorts of things. Here, let's walk and talk. Okay. As he begins to walk around the edge of the mountain, away from the encampment, he says, "Okay, so here's our problem, and we've been having this problem for a few years now as things have been developing. The Raven Queen is busy. She's always busy. We can't just rely on our gods to do our job for us, There are physical gods in the material plane. Every time you stub your toe, do you expect them to show up? No, of course not. We have to do our own work. Now, we've wanted to squash this little heathenous island insurrection for a while now. The main issue is that the detachments we had in the area are wildly insufficient in regards to dealing with their weaponry. I don't know why exactly they've decided to do all of this, but it has been ruinous for the ecosystem of the astral plane. You know that plague you've been dealing with up there?
Aye.
Well, in Mordhill, it only spreads to citizens of the town. In the astral plane, it spreads to everything, including the dead. There's a wake of pollution surrounding this island as this existentially damaging plague splits through the souls of countless undead. It's actually rather horrific. And we've been trying to deal with it, but their guns are, it seems, quite effective at dealing with the Raven Queen's troops. And if we get too close, then we are either gunned down or immediately inflicted with the plague that spreads from them as odor does from a drunkard. I don't know. I haven't drank in a while. We have a solution to all of this, though, if you're so willing to hear. Are you aware of the fact that there are some chronological abnormalities surrounding this island and its inhabitants?
What do you mean? That time moves differently here?
Not just that, but that the somehow the conductor and the inhabitants of this facility have been able to alter how time functions on specific individuals.
What do you mean by alter? Like,
Well,
like in any way, or?
Well, for example, usually when a spirit dies, they carry with them the wisdom and knowledge they had at their point of death. But somehow, the conductor has been able to rewind the consciousness of the dead spirit back to a point where they're more servile. It seems, and we've had reports of this, that there are some who, having died at 60, 70, 80, were too impudent to assist the conductor in whatever it is he's doing, but when wound back to the mentality of a 30, 25, 20-year-old, they're more willing, more pliable, more complacent. They've done this in a number of ways. They're fucking with time, basically, and we figured out how. We're not entirely sure how they did it, but they managed to capture a god.
A god?
An old one. A very, very, very old one.
Interesting. So, you're telling us that this conductor, whoever he works for, have captured a god and are using it to manipulate time in order to manufacture these guns you talk about to kill the soldiers of the Raven Queen.
Yeah, that's about it. We think he's peering forward in time to see what weapons they're making in the future. Using it in other ways, perhaps more nefarious, more difficult to understand ways as well. But they're doing an enormous amount of damage very quickly.
Aye, these weapons. I have one here. This gun.
Oh, he jumps back as you procure it.
Oh. No, I'm not going to use it on you, of course, but we got one back in Mordhill, and it's like nothing I've ever seen before.
You think this isn't even... On the other planes, on the astral plane, the celestial, we generally have a fairly laissez-faire attitude towards technological development on the material plane. We understand that as the gods stay as they are, mortals will advance. We understand how that works. We've all grown accustomed to it. 10,000 years ago, the lot of you were fighting with sticks and rocks that you lit on fire by dipping them in shit. And now, you have trebuchets and catapults and magical weapons capable of ending the world and God knows what else. But this is unnatural. This is sick. The god's name is Kronos. obviously. It's one of the oldest ones. We'd lost it for a while. Oh, White Nervosa, are you good? Uh-oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, your camera's dead.
No, I know.
Oh, woof. Mystery solved.
It's on the wrong channel.
That so old.
The god's name is Kronos, and for a while now, that deity has been lost to the celestial plane. Time has just continued to function as normally, so we assume the god had just taken a sabbatical of a few thousand years. But now it's here, it seems. And it's being used in cataclysmically destructive ways. Which brings us to what I'm doing here. The Raven Queen sent a detachment. Most of us are dead. A few of us survived. And hey, if we die, I mean, she can bring us back once she gets here, if that's in time. On the far side of this island, there's a small encampment that's controlled by, well, us. And those people consider you as living creatures from the material plane as much of an aberration as everything else here on the island. But they're also the only way you're going to make it in. So, what I was thinking was, I don't want to be executed for communing with you. The 5 of you need to present yourselves real peaceful like, and you need to talk it out with them.
What makes you think that we wouldn't be killed on the spot?
Nothing save the fact that all other directions lead to inevitable death for you.
Aye, you're not wrong. It does seem like our only path forward. What do you guys think?
Honestly, yeah, like you said, it seems like the only path forward.
What do you say, Hen? You're the smartest one of us here.
He again gives you a just kind of narrows her eyes and nods.
That's
All right.
That's good. That's great. Okay, good. I did my job. I think the 5 of you are going to be really, really helpful in seeing this not destroy everything. Unfortunately, I don't really communicate with the people down at those camp, just different departments. I'll get a word in if I can, okay? If you continue around the base of the mountainside, he vaguely gestures in the distance. On the far end, there's a small ravine that leads down to an open enclosure, and that's where the camp is. They mostly keep to themselves to avoid drawing attention, and the people in the encampment are too music-addled to come searching for them. Go find them, okay?
Wait,
right.
Before you go, I'm curious. Do you know where they're keeping the god, the Kronos?
Yeah, we do, actually.
Where are they keeping him?
4.5 years in the past, in Mordhill. Underneath the cathedral.
Under the what?
Under the cathedral?
Oh,
Wait a second.
is that
So,
the long-armed man or the portal?
Bits of what's left.
what do you mean?
I mean,
So,
that he's been unstuck and chronologically inserted into a specific point in time from which all of his power is emanating. Even if nothing were to happen any more from this point forward, the farther we get away from the chronological point Kronos is trapped, the more time would begin to unwind. His power is supposed to be kept in step with time, not outside of it.
So, it's possible that if we were to go back in time 4 years and free Kronos, this would all be solved.
There's a portal in the encampment. They've been using it to manipulate time and also to see into the future to design weapons based on future specifications. It's a time portal. And if you could go back to Mordhill, yeah.
So, we gotta get back to the past.
So you can get
All
back
right,
to the
then.
future.
Okay, no, we're not. Is that where we end it right there? And it just does the flash with the Back to the Future music. Just cuts off right there.
I think
no,
we're-
now we have to keep going because you just did that.
Yeah, you actually killed
Someone
it.
could have made the meme.
Someone make that a meme.
In shortly thereafter, the man bids his farewell and heads off. Turns into a little fat white raven. Flops
Have a
away.
good one, lad. And I wave at him as he's flying away.
It really is quite fat.
You be the only good bird I've ever met.
Damn.
Fuck.
This rivalry. I assume then, just for the
I'm sorry,
sake
what
of
was that? I don't know.
I assume then, for the sake of a clean conclusion, you guys head along. You head along the directions that were provided to you.
Yeah.
Aye.
And sorry, who were the specific people he told us to look at?
Raven Queen soldiers.
He didn't specify.
No.
Okay, just
Different
that they're
department.
down there. Okay.
You follow the mountain along its base and travel to the aforementioned ravine. It's pretty obvious where it all is, actually. This island is partitioned pretty cleanly into different sort of geographical sectors that could be easily recognized in a top-down view. Say, for example, if someone were to draw a map and then overlay it over the screen. Next session. And as you enter the ravine, which dips down below the silver sea level, you come across a flatland that seems to have been carved out of the rock, and you see a camp. There are a few people milling about. There are a few buildings that have been constructed, some carved from the rock, some erected tents. They all look fairly modern. Modern by your guys' standards, I mean. So brickwork, save the brick is white rather than deep red. The buildings that are erected from wood have, like, banisters that have been laid out and assembled with, some meticulous construction. It looks pretty well put together. It's just strange. This is the land of the dead, And as you traverse down the ravine, you see him. He's a man. He's tall and he's wide, and he's a Goliath, or at least he used to be one. He's a skeleton of one. Goliaths are creatures of stone, not literally, but they're one with the mountain. And their skeletal structure is every bit as geometric, as rugged, as brick-like, as square as the rest of their bodies. He's wearing plate armor. He has his arms crossed. He's looking forlornly at the five of you. He's about 150 feet away from you. He's staring. He's not saying anything.
I
Well-
whisper over to our friends, let's not fight him.
He's made of rock, and even worse, he's overweight.
Aye, and he's wearing plate armor on top of his rock. This fucker could smash us into nothing. Alright, so is he looking, does he look somewhat friendly? Can I roll perception?
He's just staring at the five of you.
Let's walk up to him and say hello.
Oh, he sees us already? All right.
Oh yeah, he's staring
Yeah.
directly at the five of you.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's politely say hello.
I walk forward and I say, hail and well met, sentry.
To which he responds, "Yeah. Now what the fuck are all of you doing here in the astral plane?"
Well, we're here to,
I died.
yeah, we died. We're just dead. We're here.
You're speaking awfully nonchalantly for people who are about to die if they don't answer my questions concisely and accurately. What are all of you doing here?
Please, allow me. Sir, I have a feeling you may be able to see past any deception We are here simply to help a town, and here of our own volition. We would appreciate if you did not kill us. We are not here to hurt you or anyone you are guarding, and I know you may not know us or have reason to trust us, but I give as good of a word as I
Good, whatever.
possibly
I don't
can.
care. So, material plane, you didn't die, at least not properly. You don't have the plague, which means you're not townsfolk, but you were able to come down here. Nobody who isn't townsfolk should be allied with the conductor, which means that if you don't have the plague and you're not dead, you should be allied with us against him. Do I have that correct?
Yes.
We're not on the conductor's side, that's for sure.
Wonderful. Good. A lot of you come here. We need interrogations to get going right away before we can use you.
I will nod and step forward.
Yeah,
Nice.
okay.
I step forward too.
Wait, how overweight is he?
He's not overweight, he's a skeleton.
Where did you get the idea he's overweight? He's a skeleton.
I mean, he probably weighs a lot.
Wait, a skeleton. I thought he was a rock monster.
No, Goliath are like mountain attuned, but I mean their skeletons are very jagged and
Okay, no, yeah, okay, I follow.
Yeah, I'll join it. I step forward as well.
heavy. Gotcha. He leads you forward a little bit before turning around and saying, looking down at the five of you, I don't know what obligations, contracts, personal interests, or mental illnesses brought you to this place, nor what led you to believe you can have any influence whatsoever in this conflict. But I'm going to be perfectly clear to you. We've been losing for the better part of 3 years now. Part of that is because we're hopelessly outgunned, but a lot of that is also because we lack the resources necessary to proceed into their camp. If the five of you are capable of helping us in that respect, the world will be indebted to you.
What sort of resources do you need?
Flesh. The camp repels us. We've been dead for a very, very long time, whereas the conductor plays only with the recently dead.
So you need us because we are still fresh.
Here's what we're going to do. Me and my commander are going to roll you over and make sure that there's nothing seditious about any of you. Because we're not having any operations jeopardized by duplicitous mortals who think their lives are worth shit. Then, we're going to see what we can do about getting the five of you on the vanguard of our next assault. Assuming Commander agrees, of course. And if we are successful in getting even a single one of you into that camp, if even a single one of you is able to go back in time, then we can fix all of the mistakes that have been made over the past 3 years.
Well, it sounds like a plan to me.
Good. Let's have you meet the commander. He's a lot meaner than I am, so get ready.
Oh boy.
He
Thank God. Okay.
He reaches over and pats Hen on the shoulder before walking forward towards one of the bigger tents. And it is with that I am forced to conclude this session.
What a fucking liar, dude.
No, I'm being honest.
Okay, I thought we were okay. All right.
No, I'm being honest. What? I'm hungry. What do you want from?
Okay, I want to do the Hassan meme. I don't know. I fucking love that meme.
It's a really good meme.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
Have you seen? I just watched the one of Destiny when he was when he was playing chess. The one that you were watching on stream.
Yes. Yeah, I know. Thank you guys so much for the lovely session. I really sincerely appreciate it.
Oh
Yeah, it
yeah,
was a
this is
good
a lot of
time.
fun. Yeah.
The story has intrigued me further. Now that
Yeah,
we're
definitely.
getting like at
I'm
first
still about as
like,
bored as I have been the whole time, but you know.
Thank you.
Damn.
We had other
Okay.
people on the list, Conyer. Is that what you're
I'm
fucking
kidding.
saying?
Yeah, we turned down Shoe on Head so we could bring you in.
Wait,
Okay.
did you
Damn.
actually?
No.
I took
No, we asked you on Head and she said she's all right.
We asked Shu, and she said she was interested, but that she didn't have time. And I told her if she wanted to come on in the future to feel free.
Yeah, she can play. She can play the Raven Queen
God.
Damn.
potentially. Future
The
cameo.
480p Raven Queen. I respect that.
Isn't she not 480p anymore? That upset me.
I'm
She
pretty
got the
sure
new
she's
camera.
still fairly 480p to my knowledge, but
She got
She
like
got
a
a
new
better
camera.
camera. She just renders at 480.
Nice.
I don't know.
I
It's a
respect it.
stylistic choice, yeah.
I respect it.
thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
No, yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm-
I'm so tired, which is why I'm out of it. But like,
Yeah,
I am really interested still.
I don't know
That's
if you can see
fine.
in my eyes, but like my soul is dripping out. I'm so tired. Like I'm actually like.
All right,
sick.
okay. Then
Hey,
quit
listen.
complaining about it and get some fucking rest. Apparently, I have to take my fucking child girlfriend, to whom I am apparently engaged in a pedophilic relationship, to get
Don't
some
say
fucking
that.
chicken
Revenge
nuggies.
ship it, boys.
To get some
I can
fucking
order on
chicken
Postmates. We don't have to go.
chicken
I'm-
nuggies.
I'm so excited to look up the keyword Vosh on Twitter tonight and see this clip with Vosh admits to being a pedophile.
My goal
Another
is that
reason
if
why
I
you
say
should
shit
ban
like this
from
often
Red
enough, you dilute the criticism and nobody can focus on any one particular claim.
See, you say that, but then no, that's not how any of that works.
I think it's how it works.
Only when you get a Trump
No.
level is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone
Any-
can
like-
be as horrible as Trump consistently.
Well, see, Trump waterhose does like a dozen different like terrible things. Like he's a liar, he molests women, he covered up for child pedophilia, but like he was just this one act. You're supposed to like do a bunch.
So you're saying more
like, hey-
pedophilia jokes.
No, lie about
hyena
more
needs to be
things.
hyena needs to be a kidnapped child next,
Oh my
right?
God.
Ah, okay, we need to
Yeah,
make.
you need- yeah.
Holy shit.
Gotcha.
my
Diversify.
And then
All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
In fact,
unironically,
do
I need to
have-
get this fucking chicken nuggie quest out of the way. So I
I
can...
can just
Alright.
order it. We don't have to go.
Okay, do it on
Alright.
Postmates. Time is money. All right.
What is Postmates? I actually am genuinely.
you
curious.
just-
It's a delivery service.
It's-
Rain,
it's-
it's like Uber, but
Yeah,
they
it's
bring
Uber,
you
but
food.
for food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like
Yeah.
Uber Eats, but
Imagine
No.
buying a car ride for your fucking chicken.
So
nuggets.
it's
Yeah.
it's like
That is.
it's like the Death Stranding dude, but he brings you your
It's
food.
a, it's a
Yes,
sandwich
exactly.
chauffeur.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Alright.
Totally.
Thank you
I
all
love y'all.
very much. I love you all too. We'll go back to the jerk sesh that we had going on over Discord, and
Oh shit.
abandon Pig. Cut it the fuck
Yeah?
out. Don't
I-
fucking dabble in the jerk sesh.
I morally disregard or
Disavow.
There is-
disavow.
There is no there is no
I'm too
jerk sesh.
tired for this shit.
I disregard.
Hen
Oh
hen
my
is
God.
fucking Vermin is Ace. Conyer CC is Volcel. Pig is Milf Cell.
Milf cell.
Milf Cell. You get laid like crazy, Lexi. You're
Wait,
fine.
what is
And-
Oh,
MILF
yeah, what's up?
cell?
Huh?
What is MILF cell?
Milf Cell. You're a. Actually, that makes no sense when you actually portion out the
Yeah,
terms.
it makes no sense whatsoever.
It
All right,
means
I'm
he
done.
can't fuck MILFs. It
I'm-
means he can fuck all but MILFs.
Okay. All
That
right.
doesn't make
Wait,
any sense.
Hyena,
My
how
girlfriend-
long has my
girlfriend's
oven been on?
I don't know, White Nervosa. I don't.
I'm leaving
God
the
damn
call.
it.
I'm leaving
My
the call.
DSLR won't
Like,
turn back on.
Goodbye.